Gifted member. Member.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to Hellstorm Wargaming. Hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Thank you very much to Martin for that gifted membership before I even went live. Look at that, on time, on brand. Wait. No, I'm not on brand because I'm on time. Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name is Mikey. I stream every single Monday talking about competitive 40k. I stream every single Wednesday or maybe Thursdays, depending if there's drama. Doing some painting or just talking more stuff in the morning instead. It's where we don't get any riff-raff, none of these working lot. All the yobs like me who don't have real jobs get to talk to me about not having a real job every single Thursday morning or Wednesday morning, depending what's happening. And Thursday evening this week, we do have a battle report lined up. I'm just finalising the guest. But I will say it's a big day today. It's a big day. We have some more news on 10th edition that was announced last week. Last Thursday, obviously announced, so less than a week ago. We've got 2 articles, one of them being a video to go through. Our 10th edition tournament, maybe, is going on sale next week that I put up this morning. And I'm just very, very happy to be with you. So welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Music is loud. My apologies. You can tell I've been recording. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing good. Come and say hello if you're there. If you're not there, why not? Tell your friends that you're here. Let me say hello to the chat. Jamartin says, I'm simple. I am quite simple. I seen the chief says, I was going to say the arrow is pointing the wrong direction. Move it over 2 words and flip it 180 degrees. What does that mean? If we flip it over 2 words, 1, 2, and then flip it 180. That would say the simple is the person at the bottom of the screen, right? That's not right, surely. You're not trying to say I'm simple, surely. Surely not. That would be disgraceful. I'm actually really excited for less stratagems. I can never remember mine, so have it carry around a cheat sheet. Cheat sheet is the elite way to go, right? The elite way to go. I love a good cheat sheet. I can't play armies with that cheat sheet. Wait, he's on time. What is happening? I know! It's a new me. It's a new me, guys. Some of you may know I am a brand new me. Because I did something dumb over the weekend. I did something very, very silly. 1, I bought some wood. You might have seen on Instagram. 2, I might have bought a new army. Never played it before. But your boy's going to play it on Thursday. Hell yeah. If you remember, you might already have seen in the Discord, !Discord in the members area. I've already shown you what it is. But your boy is going to be playing a brand new army he's never played. It's going to be very exciting. But also, it's a new army, but it's also recognizable. New, but like an old friend who's come home, you know? Like an old friend who's come finally home, you know? Thank you, Jamartin. Absolute legend. Thanks again to Jamartin for gifting that membership. If you aren't part of the Discord, you should be. And if you aren't a membership, then you'll get more... If you have a membership, you'll get more access to the Discord for as little as £2 a month. So, you should do that. The fuck is this music? A fucking bop, mate. It's a fucking bop. That's what it is. What we got on? This is Moonlight Cafe from Harvey's Moon. So, who's going to send a pegging-related present to him to open on stream? Never. This is how we get Mikey to be on time. Warcom coming up with rubbish fluff articles and rules. Yeah, if there's rules, I'm ready. Okay. Mikey's into Magic Gathering. He's into Pokemon cards. It's true. Hellstorm 10th edition means on time. Yeah, I really care, right? Brand new game. Everyone was getting bored of 9th edition. I think it's the best game ever. Games Workshop have already done too much damage and no one cares. 10th edition comes out, bam. Everyone's suddenly interested. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy as soon as the interest starts waning, they go, well, why don't we release a brand new edition to the game? That would get everybody back involved. And it's working, clearly. It's clearly working. Simplified, not simple, means leaner rules but tactically deep. there explained to you. Thanks, Christian. Thanks, Grey Name. Appreciate you. Thank you for your nothing comment. You were great. You were great. Here for as much as I can to my second live stream. Hope you're having an excellent start to the week. Thank you, Mr. T-Pims. Appreciate it. Hope you're having an excellent start to the week as well. And Fate Stay Dreamer. I'd be dreaming because you're an absolute babe. I'll be sleeping tonight thinking, wow, Fate Stay Dreamer is a legend because they just became a member at the lowest level, which is great. That's better than nothing. And thank you so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. There we go. There we go. Fate Stay Dreamer. Thank you so much for that membership. You are an absolute babe. Again, currently you and Jamartin, I'm going to be thinking about you whilst I sleep. Take that as you win. That's fine. That's fine. Competitive 40k, so we're going to be discussing Desolation Breeds. Oh boy, there were some Desolation Breeds this weekend, that's for sure. There was definitely some Desolation Breeds this weekend. Oh boy. Oh boy. Grimslayer, hello. Hello. Still Season Unravels, good evening. Good evening, Raldoran. If the shoe fits, go screw yourself. New edition, new Mikey, still into pegging. Hell yeah, why not? I've had enough. I've had enough of denying it now. I'm just going to say yeah. Because if I say yeah, you'll stop going on about it. That's how it works, right? If I start saying yeah, haha, pegging epic. Pegging, pegging, epic. That's what we'll say. Pegging epic. That's what we'll say. And you'll stop. Organ, hello there, hello. Enjoyed your bit on the painting phase. That's why I'm here. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. It was quite funny. So I went to Sanctuary at the weekend, and because they had a bring and buy, so basically a Warhammer car boot. Great, great. So like I bought some stuff. I said I bought a new army from there. That's what I'm going to be playing this week on the channel, which will be really fun. I'm really excited to play it. But someone, like, I walked up to someone's table, I was having a look, and they were like, "You're the internet bloke." I was like, maybe. And they were like, "I saw you on the painting phase." Oh, I was like, "Oh, right, okay."
Simplified,
thank you.
But not simple is peak corporate speak to try and get the 7 tech holdouts back in.
Bishop, thank you so much for the 5. Listen, you might have got it. You might have got it. You might have got it. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the $5, man. That's very, very kind of you. Again, membership, super chat's best thing to do. Thank you so much. So yeah, he's just like, "You're the internet bloke," and I was like, where have you seen me? My social media is a shit show, as Grimslayer has rightfully pointed out. My social media is a shit show. Maybe they've just seen that, but no, they've actually seen the painting phase video. It was really fun. It was really fun. I really liked them hanging out with them. I said I know we spoke about it a couple of weeks now. It was really, really cool to hang out, and a lot of people are like coming over. So if you have come over from the painting phase, thank you so much. If you don't watch the painting phase, you should go over to them and say hello too. They just did their first battle report today, and I watched the intro and a little bit of it so far. I don't play Necromunda, but it was quite good. So if you like Necromunda, they've just put out a battle report, but they do painting videos and they do like podcasts, which is quite fun. And I was on one of them. So, Aaron, they haven't addressed how to deal with the real issue, which is codex creep. They haven't done any of that. Of course not. It's all marketing speak right now. Leave our relics alone. I don't know what you mean, Carl. I don't know what you mean. Is it Blood Ravens? Who knows, Decknull? Who knows? I suspect we're going to get a lot of fluff between the information we need, I'm afraid. I know. Yeah, it's just going to all marketing. They've said summer, right? It's only just turned spring. So we've got like 3 months of marketing talk. 3 whole months of marketing jargon. Hi chat, went 3-0 yesterday and RTT with the fancy Eldar. I hope you all had a great weekend. Congratulations, Shadowzone. Working on new players come back for 10th edition. Nice, nice. Christian Grey name sounding like a weird Hellstorm 50 Shades crossover. Hell yeah. Do you think Warhammer Fest will still announce a new game a la Epic or BFG? I don't know, mate. I don't know. They've said they're going to announce stuff from the box set. I was kind of like, oh, well, they're going to announce 10th edition of Warhammer Fest. That's why they're doing it, and it's going to be so big. I was like, that just makes sense, right? And now they've announced it at Adepticon. I would have been like, just announce the Lion. Me personally, the marketing expert of Games Workshop, clearly. I was like, announce the Lion now, then announce 10th edition at Warhammer Fest, then release it. But they've announced it really early, so I was like, oh, well, they've announced 10th edition. There's a new box set coming. They've obviously put out the video, the cinematic trailer with all the new models in, but animated. I was like, okay. Well, they're going to announce the box set and what's in it at Warhammer Fest, clearly, and have demos for it. And then in an article, they were like, yeah, we're going to be talking about the box set next week. And I was like, bruh? What? What? So, fuck knows what they're going to do at Warhammer Fest. I don't think they'll announce a new game. Everyone is kind of like, oh, they'll announce Old World. Me, personally, I don't think they'll announce a new game purely because that'll kill hype or affect hype for 40k. Now, they could announce a big thing for Old World coming 2024. That'd be cool. But for them to go, oh yeah, 10th edition's coming out summer. Oh yeah, here's another game that's coming out soon. Like, that doesn't make sense. So, I don't know. I don't play Necron, but really enjoyed their batter at Might Get a Gang now. Yeah, it looked fun. One of the best things we can be sure of is the best edition ever. Obviously. The bigger number, better person, Andy. That's what they always say. Bigger number, bigger edition number, better person. If they balance the codexes against the indexes, they can stop creep. Will they do it, though? No. Where is Space Hulk? Listen, there's still time for Space Hulk, okay? Boarding action, like the Kill Team Galadark. There's one more box set to come out, okay? Leagues of Votan, Beastmen. Fucking out of nowhere, right? After that, what they're going to do? Space Hulk, the original. Terminators versus Gene Stealers. When's that box set going to come out? The Leagues of Votan one? Sometime in the future. When's the next one going to come out? 3 months' time. When's 3 months' time? Summer. Okay? Listen, it all connects. I'm doing a Valrak, okay? I'm like Charlie Day. There it is. Look. It all lines up. It all points to the same thing. Everyone now has massive Space Hulk boards. Bam. Gene Stealer Terminator's coming out right at the end. Space Hulk. Okay? Space Hulks. Deathwing. All Blood Angels versus Gene Stealers. It's on its way. Promise you. Just joined the chat. Got my ticket for the event, Mikey. Can't wait to show it with the Australians in Sheffield. Yeah, I did notice that. So Super All-Stars is happening in Sheffield at the end of the year. Tickets go on sale Monday. They aren't actually on sale yet. There is an event on at Sanctuary in August that you may or may not have bought a ticket for, David. I cannot confirm due to GDPR, but if you've bought a ticket today, you might have bought a ticket to Heat 4. The Super All-Stars is happening 28th and 29th of this year in October at the OEC. Look at this gorgeous look at this banner. Look at it. This took me like 5 hours to make. Look at it. Look at that. It also says right here, if it just move me out of the way, tickets on sale April 3rd at 7 p.m, which is next week, by the way. That's next week. So we got 120 players, 5 terrain types, cash prizes and golden tickets to win. We got a cool Con Berserker. Cool. Super All-Stars Tournament Series, 28th and 29th of October 2023 at Sheffield. And then that's where you can buy tickets. Well, there we go. I'm a Muppet. Listen, David, I didn't want to say anything. I love you to bits. You are a legend. Just wanted to... I'm glad you come in, because I was going to message you. Just wanted to confirm. Will I need to purchase a ticket for Super All-Stars if I come first or second during Heat 2 or 4? So, for the qualifiers, obviously we have Heat 1, Heat 2, Heat 3, and Heat 4. We've already had Heat 1, where we crowned Josh Roberts and Nathan Roberts, 2 brothers, to be the first place winners, and they are invited back to the Super All-Stars to play in an Invitational. Now, if you play in the Invitational, you can play in the main event, but you'll have to buy a ticket to play in the main event. So the Invitational will be the top 8 playing on the Saturday, and every game they win, they'll be able to rejoin the event with that many wins. So let's say I play in the Invitational, I'll play 1 game, and I lose my first game, I can go and play in the main event from round 2. And I'll go in with a free win because I've played in the Invitational. Might as well now. Exactly. There you go. So like if I play 2 games and I lose my second game, I play 1, win, epic. I play 2, I lose that one. Okay, I'm out of the Invitational now because it's knockout. I can rejoin the main event on 2 wins and just carry on and then play that one instead. So that's how we're doing it. So we don't have to have a separate invitational on a Friday or a Monday, because then it's just too many games for people to play. But it's also, you can do both at the same time, you know? So the winner of the invitational will rejoin the event on 3 wins already on the Sunday, and then they'll play for the next 4 rounds, because it's going to be a 6-round event. So 6 games, and then the top 2 will play a 7th round. So it sounds really complex, but it's really not. If you play the invitational, you can play the main event at the same time. If you just want to play the invitational, then we'll work it out, but you will need to buy a ticket. So, because it's essentially 2 separate events, but if you play the invitational, you can rejoin the main event straight after. So it's a way you can do both, but not have to play over 3 days. And it's kind of like a reward for playing in one of our heats. But the winner of the invitational and the other winner of the main event both win cash prize and a golden ticket to Atlanta. So it is worth going into both. Because if you fail to win the invitational, you can just be like, right, okay, I'm going to join the other event and just try and win that one instead in a bit. And the guy who wins the invitational will get a cash prize and a golden ticket. But they can't win both golden tickets. So if they rejoin and win, there's still another one up for grabs. It's going to be great. So that's the plan anyway. So if you do place high or place first and second in one of the heats, you get to play in the invitational as well as the main event if you want to. So it's kind of like a fun way to do it, we thought. Warhammer Fest will be Dawnbringer Crusade. What's Dawnbringer Crusade? They won't announce Old World. I don't think they will either. I bet they are stacking pilots with loads and loads of launch sets and need to start the marketing trade now. Exactly. Yeah, I don't see another launch box or anything like that getting announced. They might just announce some like Age of Sigmar. They might announce the first codexes, maybe like Space Marines and probably Tyranids as the first codexes. Maybe that's a push. They could do that, because that's the only other big thing that will have come out this year, really. And then next year they'll probably have like Kill Team stuff come out, maybe some Warcry stuff. But like big launch stuff, they won't have anything else this year. They don't need to. They're ramping down to the end of the financial year, so people are going to slow down, stop buying stuff for 9th. And then 10th edition come out, start of the financial year. Everybody buys all the launch box sets. Games Workshop rolling in it, and then they'll launch Christmas boxes at the end of the year. Sorted, done. Ginger Steve, thank you for the 5.
Invitational games, win or lose, count as a win for the main event when you join. Asking for a friend as I won't get an invitational ticket.
Yes, Steve. Yes, so every game you play in the invitational will be a free win. Even if you lose in the invitational, that game you play will be a free win in the main event. So it's an incentivized to play in the invitational and the main event, because it's like, oh, well, I lost the first game. I go into the invitational, lost the first game, getting knocked out. But then in the main event, if I rejoin it, I go in with a free win. So I join round 2 as if I'd won that first game in the main event. But I was actually playing the invitational. It's because you're going to be playing a lot harder players. So it's kind of like you're skipping a few of the games by playing the invitational, essentially. So you're not penalized for it at all. You're not penalized for it at all, because you're playing in the invitational, and if you lose that game in the invitational, you still rejoin the main event on a win of however many games you play. So if you play 1 game, you'll join with 1 win. If you play 2 games, you'll join with 2 wins. If you make it to the final and lose that one, you'll still rejoin the main event on 3 wins, and so will the winner. So, but we worked out maths-wise, that still works for us. And then all those people who play an invitational rejoin the main event, and then they will still only need 7 rounds. So the maths all works out, which is really nice. Because we'll be basically playing an event with 8 people down, because those 8 people will be like in a separate event, and then we just keep adding them back in. So I think it's on sale Monday, 8 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. UK time. So it'll be 8 p.m. Your time probably, Jamartin. But yeah, 7 p.m. next week, UK time, BST. It's as I start the stream, so whatever time it is now, at your time. 20 minutes ago, that's why they got on sale. But next week. What else we got? Maybe it's going to go to sale at Warhammer Fest, like launch it there and then. I don't think so. Be surprised. They might do, though. Just watch the simple video GW drop. What if they drop 10th in May? That'd be crazy, because May is still spring. When's summer officially start? That's what we're going to work out. Can't wait for the wave of people talking about finally going to properly get into 40k with 10th edition, looking the same as the people saying finally going to get 40k with 9th edition. Bro, goated comment. Goated comment. Can't wait to play these games that I've not played ever. I'm still not going to play it anyway. Stop playing with my heart, Mike. I want some new Space Circle exclusive Blood Angel Terminator sculpt so bad. Mate, I've got like 3 sets. I got 3 sets of those bad boys. Now they're out of date. But I don't know. We'll see, won't we? I mean, Space Hulk would be cool. I can still see it happening with the new Terminators and then releasing like separate Terminators in there as well. We'll see. What if they just released 10th edition in 3 weeks because they were bored? Imagine. Imagine they did that. That'd be funny.
Was gonna give to some
hey! Thank you so much, mate.
Have a good stream.
Thank you so much for the 5, Hog. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Very, very kind. Have a good game, mate. I wish you could go. Baffleism. Make it happen. You got like 6 months to find out. I'll be buying a ticket on Monday. Should have enough money. It's legend. Next year, iOS 4, probably. Yeah, next year is going to be new iOS, right? Fuck. Fuck me. I can see 10th edition codecs being shown off at Warhammer Fest and played demo. Potentially, Matty. Potentially. But then that'll just kill the hype for indexes, right? If they went, oh yeah, here's the new codexes straight away. GW to release Space Hulk with Ultramarine Aggressive just to make the old guard absolutely livid. Imagine! Mark, would that be so funny? That would be so fucking funny. Look, guys, we finally released Terminators. They can be Primaris or Firstborn. Here's Aggressors. Enjoy. Do you do AOS Battle Royals? I haven't seen one in a while. I haven't done one in a while now. I haven't got the new General's Handbook, which has been a bit of a pain in the ass. I'm planning on doing one soon. Obviously, Bone Reaper's got a new battle term announced. So, that'd be fun. I'm currently painting those for fun. I don't really know what to paint for 40k because, like, 10th edition's coming out, so I'm not really planning anything. Going by what they planned for 9th, rather than what happened because of play when AOS launched 2nd or 3rd week of June will probably be released. Probably. They launch it in June, usually. That's when, like, the last 40k came out. That's when the last AOS came out. That's when the first Kill Team came out. They love June. I don't know why. They love it. I don't know if I'm here for the Spice or Mikey's beautiful smile, but then I am blind as a bat. So I guess Spice it is. Excellent. Thanks, mate. Welcome, Ziggy. Okay. So, you might have seen that Games Workshop has started been teasing. Oh, what shall we do? Should we do rules talk, or shall we talk about how right I am again? That's the question. Summer does start 21st of June, so that's when they release it. Probably then. June, July, August. That's summer usually. June 21st is a Wednesday. I can't see them dropping it on a Wednesday. They might do though. Who knows? Games Workshop could do anything. They have the power. Your show, your choice. That's true. You're clearly new around here. Usually I get told off if I want to do what I want to do. And I get told what we are doing. You must be new. Oh dear. Let's do competitive event. Oh no. We'll do 10th edition first. We'll do 10th edition first. Okay. You're gonna play the re-release of Epic. I mean, I'll give it a try. I give most games a try. A lot of the Games Workshop games I do enjoy, the problem usually comes down to is people don't care. You know, that's usually the problem. Is usually people just don't give a fuck. Like, I love Warcry, and I still play Warcry, and I like the comparisons I can make with Warcry to other games, because Warcry's a fucking sick game, but no one really watches it. That's really disheartening. And it's kind of like, build it and they will come, so eventually people watch it, but it's like, oh, it's just so much effort. It's so much effort for little reward. Especially because, like, this is my job, so I have to, like, make sure stuff hits the mark. If stuff doesn't hit the mark, I just can't eat. You know? I suddenly I can't pay bills. And that's kind of, like, quite crucial to like, living these days, especially. Ziggy, yeah. We'll be doing that. We'll do that bit. We'll do 10th edition talk, and then we'll do meta talk. How's that? I feel pain. GW skirmish games are so much fun. They are. They are great. They are great. I just bought the Skirgan Trueblade to Warcry. That rules look insane. I haven't seen the rules. I'd say I'd take Warcry really casually. It is really good though. But we are going to be talking about 10th edition. So let's have a look. We had 2 articles in the last 3 days. I know I'm a little bit late on the first one, but we'll do the one they released today as well. So they did your questions answered. So like a generic, like, oh, here's some interesting points that we can talk about. We can't tell you everything. Okay. This one answers a lot of questions though. So it says 10th edition Warhammer 40,000, your questions answered. And then we change the music because this is too out there. Too out there for what we need. We'll put that one on. That'll be fine. With a new edition of Warhammer 40,000 on the way, it's no surprise that you could probably have a few questions right now. While we can't say too much at the moment, there are some things we can certainly clear up right now. Right now, chat. Right now. Say it with me. Right now. Right here. Right now. There we go. We'll do that. And then we'll do this. Beautiful. Is it totally new edition? All right, yeah, it's new. Okay, we get it. Will it be quick and easy to play? We've listened to your feedback, and I should probably read this. It's a complete revision. Every single element of the game is revised and rewritten. That usually means bad. It usually means bad. What a lot of it didn't need rewriting. The core rules wise, totally fine, mostly. Plenty of rules remain the same, but there's not a single one that has not been reassessed and, if necessary, rewritten. This is bait. This is bait. This is to say all the rules have been looked at. We've read all the rules at least once. Imagine it comes out and it's all the same. That'd be so funny. Whoa. Poxwalkers have Feel No Pain. And it's actually just called Feel No Pain. Okay, cool. Will it be quicker? We've listened to your feedback and taken on board all of the suggestions we received since the launch of 9th edition. One thing that repeatedly came up was a number of different books you currently need to reference while playing. Now, is this a thing? Like, barring Space Marines. Barring Space Marines, like, how many books? We need the mission pack and a codex. Am I confused? Like Space Marines are really bad because now they've got the Agastas booklet. They've got the codex, they've got the codex supplement, and the mission pack. That's 4 books. One of them's a pamphlet, so we call it 3 and a bit books. Any other army, I don't understand why they need multiple books. Because they did away with a lot of that. That's not fair. Kill Team 2 is rewritten from the ground up, was leagues ahead of version 1. That's true. Vigilus Ablaze. Vigilus Ablaze is like 4 years old. Armies of Renown. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Armies of Renown is a good point. So, like, what? Dark Eldar have an extra book if they want to use the Witch Cult. Then you've got Sisters using the Vigilus book. There's not Vigilus Ablaze in that old. There's like 2 or 3 armies maybe, but there's not. How many of them are actually still legal? Hey, thanks for the 2, man. We appreciate it. Will Credit Creep continue? More than likely. That's how they sell models, mate. Who actually can use them right now? I don't think many of them have them. It must be referencing FAQs, errata, and balanced data slate. That's the only thing that makes sense. Maybe. Maybe. So how are they going to do the balanced data slate? Surely that will continue, right? Mission pack, codex, FAQ, data slate, 4 drill book, errata, white draw, something like that. I mean, yeah, very extreme cases, but it's like, on average, it's just like 2. Anyway, Anyway, so there is a couple of armies granted. Again, mine. So me personally, when I play Codex Space Marines, like FAQs, I don't carry them with me because they're just, a lot of them are quite obvious. I have my Codex. I have my Codex supplement for Iron Hands. I have the Balanced Data Slate, technically. I have the Augustus book. And then I have my mission pack. So I technically have 5, maybe 6. Maybe 6. They mentioned the number of books. They're speaking to players who left when the book bloat was high. They aren't just marketing to engage players. Very true. Very, very true, Tim. Good point. Anyway. Need a White Dwarf Codex, Data Slate, Imperial Army when they got their new book Codex. Very true, yeah. As soon as you start putting 4... Technically, I have 4 as well, so that's like 6 books. But that's just Games Workshop being silly, right? And it's the insane amount of stuff you just listed compared to most games. Yeah, but for my army in particular, it is quite a lot. But I'm not average, right? But I suppose if most people play Space Marines, that might feel average. Interesting. Thankfully, the days of flicking through multiple books to find one rule you need are now over. Datasheet cards for your faction now contain all the information you need to play the game at your fingertips. 6 books on Battlescar. I mean, Steve, come on now. The thing is like, I'm saying like, oh yeah, I've got like 6 books, okay? If their app worked, okay, I suddenly lose like 4 of those because I don't need my Codex, I don't need my Iron Hands book, I don't need the Augustus data sheet, and I don't need a Balanced Data Slate. So that's like 4 of them gone. And I have like everyone complains about, again, like I had this whole conversation about like insulting casual players, saying they were bad because they just didn't play the game enough. In so many words, I kind of did say that, but it's not really what I was trying to imply. I was trying to say, like, people complain about stratagems being a problem, but you realize once you've written your list, like, my list has, like, 3 stratagems it can use. You know? It's like, I have, like, 3 stratagems. I have little magic cards, and I've made them myself, but, like, that is 3 stratagems that I need to think about while I'm playing my game. Like, +1 to hit in combat, feel no pain. I can deny the witch. For TCP if I really want to. Maybe 4 all spec scan. Forgot about all spec scan. That's a crucial one. Mikey gets a win for each book he brings. It's his secret. Exactly. The more you play Space Marines, the more you realise the more books you have, the better. Bigger bookers, better person. Big book gang. That's what I need. The new hashtag. Big book gang. No app. Rejects modernity. Bring back books. That'll be 11th edition. Guys, we understand that you hate not having books, so we brought books back and everyone just fucking clap like seals. Everyone will clap. It'll be amazing. They don't have to make you carry loads of books because the app will work. I mean, yeah, crucially, they need the app to work. Anyway, so they're going to have datasheet cards. Obviously, we've seen one of them already, the Tyranid one. One core design philosophy has governed all of the changes. Simplified, not simple. And this is, like, crucial. I'm a bit nervous purely because, like, the more simple you make something, the less in-depth it can be. Wait, what? Jamartin, are you trying to say these are the guerrilla tactics? I don't even know what it is. I've never used it. Mercy's weakness, granted. I did forget that one. Transhuman. I have 2 units that can use transhuman, and I don't care about them. All spec scan. Yeah, fine. Feel no pain strat. Said that one. Hero of the chapter. That's pre-game, so no one cares. Smokescreen. No one uses that. It's crap. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, there's a cool guerrilla tactics. What's that one? Is that the put back in reserve? But in that only during your turn, that's pretty shit. Pretty rubbish, to be honest. It's good if you have a Reaver Lieutenant. If you got incursors or infiltrators, they die. They die before you get a chance to use it. Or you put them behind a wall. Anyway. Hey, Bishop, thanks to the 5, mate. Thanks to the 5, pal. 8 books, 8 rules.
Writers, not racist, just don't like M. Love me dice, love me model, simple as.
Love me dice, love me books, simple as. Can't read, love a book though. Thanks for the 5, mate. Really appreciate it. If they're behind the wall, they could be desolators. That's true. That's very true. Very, very true. Anyway, simplified, not simple. That's what they're trying to go for. That's what they want. I'm a bit nervous about what that means. I said the more they make something simple, the less depth something has. But we can only judge it when it's actually out. You know? They keep saying this, and this is the marketing slogan. Hashtag new 40k. Hashtag simplified, not simple. I'm simplified, not simple. Look how bad that went. Okay? You know? I'm simplified, not simple. I'm complex. So more than 2 shots your armor can use. Yeah, true, Jamartin. I'll give you that. You are technically correct. Whether I actually use them though is another question. But yeah, technically, I think if I actually sat down and looked at it, it's probably like 7 or 8 strats I can use, but like a lot of them I don't care about. And that's what you kind of have to like remember when you're trying to be like, oh, I don't know, there's too many strats to deal with. Just which ones are actually good? Which ones are actually worth using? They're the ones you need to worry about. It does sound like a government slogan. It is, that's why. Complexity equal depth. Is it true there? Also true, Moneymarv. That's a very good point. Complexity doesn't necessarily mean depth, but simplified, not simple, can necessarily mean losing depth. You know? I want to judge 10th edition 4 months in advance. Well, we should have started like 3 months ago. All the rules for your army are now contained exclusively on a single double page spread. Hey, thanks to the 2, mate. Thanks to the 2, mate. Really appreciate it. What's that say? You aren't simplified, Mikey. Lots of bloat there. Why do I do this? I just want to kill myself. God damn it. Fuck you. There are far fewer stratagems, relics, and special rules to keep track of. Universal special rules are back in the game. It doesn't matter if you're making a dimensional translocation or preparing from death from below. It's all a deep strike now. This is wild that we all still call it deep strike. We all still call it feel no pain. But it has been 6 years since they had it in the game. You know? It's been 6 years since we actually had deep strike in the game. And everybody knows what that means. Even the people who didn't play 7th edition. As a man who once got correctly described as looking like a bin bag full of custard, I feel I can make the jokes. Listen, mate, I've still got the picture of you with a naked Bagda. Shut up, alright? I can ruin you any day I like. Anyway, core shadows are more reactive in the new edition. And this is the big design philosophy of this era of Games Workshop. Hey, thanks for the 2. Prime Lever, thank you so much. Releasing 10 so they can repackage dices in 12s. That's true. That's true. Thanks so much for the 2, mate. I don't recognize usernames. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, this is like the design philosophy. You have it in Warcry. You have it in Age of Sigmar. You have it in Horus Heresy. Reaction. Reaction, reaction, reaction. That's what they want. They can't go to a you go, I go type system. And by that, I mean I move a unit, you move a unit. Because there's too much in 40k to make that work, in my opinion. You can't have one scout squad with 4 sniper rifles or like 1 tactical squad of 10 marines like walking across the board. Right, okay, that's done. Your turn. Right, mate. How do you move my Imperial Knight and blast your army away? It just doesn't work. So what they're trying to do, it feels like instead of that, they're going for reactive. Reaction. You do that so I can do this. You do that so I can do this now. You know? I like that. It keeps, because if everyone goes you go, I go, we're all going to get bored. It's all going to be very samey. You know? We're all going to get very samey. So yeah, reaction's very good. I was supposed to walk on watch part. We're going to watch it next. That's for sure. ICD Chief, thank you very much for the 17 months. Almost 18, mate. Almost a year and a half. Thank you so much, mate. If it's simple, will you be able to beat Magoo in 10th? No. Clearly not. Clearly not. So yeah, less waiting around and drawing opponent's turns. That makes it way more by adding reaction, you add more interaction, you know? I should write it down. Reaction is interaction. I'm a Tory. I'm Games Workshop Marketing. Reaction is interaction. That's 3 words. How easy to get into the game? You can play Combat Patrol. I'm interested to try this. I've asked Louis said he's quite interested to play 10, so I've said, why don't we play some Combat Patrol and try that out? D&D show me reactions can be rage inducing. Oh yeah, I played against Blue as well in or Red in Magic. That's all reaction. Bullshit. But yeah, Combat Patrol looks fun. Is anyone interested in Combat Patrol? Let me ask. Poll time. Start poll. Combat Patrol? Yeah. Nah. Answer now. I think it's quite interesting. I'd be interested to try it with like new people. Like maybe I can get Georgie to play it. Maybe Georgie wants to play Combat Patrol. Maybe Louis wants to play because he plays Age of Sigmar. And that's kind of like what I see it as. I don't see it as like, oh, whoa, Combat Patrol's a new way to play 40k. It is quite literally a stepping stone. You know? It is quite literally just a stepping stone. You buy a box, I bring a box. Bam. I see the chief with the 10 gifted! Oh my lord!
Gifted members.
I see the chief! Fuck me, bro! Thank you so much for the 10 gifted! That's so kind. That's so generous, mate. Jesus Christ! Bro! Steve Clapton, Clint TTC, Justin Roscoe, Nicholas Hunter, Ice-Chan01, Haley Blair, Alex Neal, Aaron Jack, Eddie G, Kev the Stab. Make sure you say thank you to ICD Chief on Absolute Babe. Thank you so much. Mate, you are a legend. Thank you so much, mate. Absolute legendary person. 10 gifted. Crazy boy. That's a lot of money. Thank you so much, mate. That's so kind. And don't forget, as much as that is kind, what ICD Chief has also done for you is if you've just been given a membership, it means you can join our Discord, get full access to the Discord, get all of the channels for a whole month. And if you really like it, you can stick around by becoming a member for the long term. So thank you so much, ICD Chief. You are a babe. You are a babe, mate. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I've lost where I am. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it. You're really kind, all of you. You're all very cool. You're all very epic. And thanks again, ICD Chief. That's really kind of you, mate. You are a legend. Not really interested in preset armies. May convince me to buy a new box of army I don't own. Sounds like Open Play 2. Granted, fair. I'm looking at Combat Patrol. Mark, is it for Mark, a good friend of mine. He's been playing Age of Sigmar for ages, trying to get back into 40k. So Combat Patrol is like a really nice stepping stone by the sounds of it. I've convinced 5 people from my freelance gaming store, or friendly local gaming store, I just forget which one it is, who play Magic the Gathering to try Combat Patrol, maybe get them into the hobby that way. Exactly, that's what it's great for, right?
Rejoined.
Some of the Combat Patrol boxes have some pretty meh unit inclusion, but the whole point of what the idea of Combat Patrol is they're going to be like balanced against each other, but only in that format. If outside of that, in normal 40k, that isn't a thing. They won't be balanced, which I like. Rather than trying to be like, oh, let's try to get, how do we get 500 points in this box? They can put anything in there, and if it's fucking sick in 10th edition, they'd be like, right, in Combat Patrol, it's really shit because it's against another shit box, for example. You know? Combat Patrol events have been some of the most popular tournaments I've run. Interesting. I'm interested in running some Combat Patrol events, especially at the start to try it out. I only play Kill Team and Boarding Actions, so Combat Patrol looks appealing. Nice. I'll try out Combat Patrol. I have 3 friends I want to try. I want to trick into the hobby. That's a good way to do it. So 61% are interested out of 75 people who voted. That's quite a lot. But then you look at the balance. Yeah, but Donkles, the whole point of Combat Patrol, each of you can grab one Combat Patrol, download set rule that balances your chosen force against any other Combat Patrol box. That's the whole point. I think that's what people are kind of like not realizing, is the whole point is each Combat Patrol box will have different rules to the main game because it's balanced against each other. So you got one with a Dreadnought in and one with 40 Poxwalkers in. The 40 Poxwalkers are going to be able to take down the one Dreadnought. The Dreadnought's going to be able to kill all the Poxwalkers in one turn. You know? So that's the whole point there. They will have different rules because Combat Patrol is a slightly modified version of 10th edition. So it's 40k, but it's like 40k light. You know? And the rules for the armies in the box are like that army light, but they're balanced against each other. So, for example, a really lame example might be a Dreadnought in 40k is 150 points. It doesn't matter if it's not, but for example, in 40k it's 150 points. But in Combat Patrol, it's really good. So it's actually 300 points in Combat Patrol. That's the kind of, that's the example that I've I've come up with. That probably makes it, because in that game it's way better than it is in a normal game because there's loads more going on compared to that. So, but yeah, it's like Mark says, it's a great way to mix up gaming experience without dropping £350 on a new army. Granted, I totally agree. And it's like, and you don't even have to buy a Combat Patrol box if you play that game already. You can get someone else to buy one. You bring the same models, you know. Also, you wanted less rules. It's a different. Think of it as a different game. You know, I have a hard time seeing them as balanced against their alternatives. Yeah, but that's what they've said they're going to do, you know? Like, they're not going to be the same in both games. That's the whole point. Holy shit! Jay Taylor! Jay Taylor with a 5 gifted! Oh my lord!
Gifted members.
Boys, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Christ. Everyone's so generous! Thank you so much, Jay Taylor. Louis Alberto Gomez, Alonda Lorenzo, Sam Purchase, Baffles and George Buck. Make sure you say thank you to Jay Taylor. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, mate.
Rejoined.
Bro, that's really kind of you. Is it normal to say you know so much? I'll say what the fuck I want. Is it normal that you're a knobhead?
Member.
This is what happens when you're on time. I'm going to have to be on time every week at this rate. I see you, Chief. Thank you so much, Jay Taylor. You're a legend. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Maybe I'll be able to afford all the Combat Patrols. Nah, not quite. Not quite. Maybe one. Just imagine after all this time waiting, the Terminators are monopost. Oh, they're definitely going to be monopost, mate. 100%. 100%. Oh, mate. Thank you so much, guys. Really kind of you. Very generous. I really appreciate it. Again, memberships are the best way to support me. That or a super chat. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Right. Let's get back into it. Anyway, new game mode, balanced against each other, Combat Patrol. 61% of you are interested. How are they balanced? It's a new game mode. It pits contents of one Combat Patrol against another, and it's a fantastic way to begin playing. How have the Warhammer Design Studio managed to balance the different boxes against each other? Spelling? This is an aggressor. Didn't they all start collecting some special rules in? They did. The all start collectings did have rules in. They used to have formations in. Hell yeah. Andy Tech Dad. Guess who doesn't have a Combat Patrol? Iron Hands. Listen, mate. Listen. You think I'm going to be playing Iron Hands for more than the next 4 or 5 months? Iron Hands are going to be in the bin, okay? Iron Hands in the bin. And whatever Space Marine chapter's good that week. I'm going to have pages to replace my old rules. And then whatever they're saying these days, I'm going to be sick. Thanks to the team, mate. But yeah, so all start collectings, the whole point of them is you had an army, you bought it. They were very similar to another start collecting, but you had a formation that gave them special rules. Bro, Jamartin!
Gifted members.
Boys, what are you doing? Why are you gifting so many memberships? Why are you all crazy? Thank you so much, Jamartin, for the 5 gifted. Christoph, Casper, Aldra, Tim Taylor, Jacob. Make sure you say thank you to Jamartin and make sure you join the Discord if you just become a member. Thank you so much. Jesus, have a backies on me. I will. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Fuck me. Fuck me. Thank you so much. Does this mean we can have a new emoji? I think we might be able to.
Member.
I think we might be able to. Jesus. Fucking hell. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the memberships. You are
Rejoined.
fucking wild. Fucking wild. What are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, mate.
Member.
Emoji. We are... I don't know if it's updated or not. I don't know if it's updated or not.
Gifted members.
Excuse me, what? Why? What did I do? What's going on? What's going on? Why? What are you doing? Why?
Member.
What have I done? I'm not doing it. I'm literally just sat reading Warcom. Why are you giving me so many subscriptions?
Rejoined.
Face Day, thank you very much for the 10 gifted. Jesus fucking Christ. Bro, help.
Rejoined.
What's going on? I'm just reading the internet. I'm not doing anything. Why are you being weird? Stop being crazy. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Thank you so much, Face Day. Oh, the 12 Hassler, Mario Fuentes, Josh Erlinger, Sangarigard, Bloodclaw Bob, Ultra Minus,
Member.
Byron, Ricardo, Aaron 582, Samuel Sanders. Make sure you say thank you to Fate Sejima for gifting a big fat 10 gifted. Holy shit. And I want to say a massive thank you to Sandy. Just joined up before 9th. Was that really 3 years ago? Hell yeah, Sandy. 37 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fuck me.
Rejoined.
What's going on? Just say thank you, Mikey. Mikey's so Yorkshire. He shouted Wyatt Santa as a kid when he saw presents. That's the way you do it in my house. Get out.
Member.
Oh, boys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Hellstorm membership bomb still being ignored as a day grey name. You are a day grey name still, man. Look at all these other people. They're all green and gorgeous. Gorgeous green. Cringe grey. Thank you so much, guys. Jesus fucking Christ. YouTube needs to fix this so he can gift memberships from device apps. They do. They do. They're literally leaving money on the table. You know? They're leaving money on the table, really, aren't they? Because YouTube take a big chunk. They could be like, let's just put it on the iPhone. Great. Oh, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. You are fucking legendary. You're all legendary. Thank you so much. Like, it's obviously not to be cringe. I need to have a cringe moment. Like, doing YouTube as a job is all great. But like it fluctuates so much. Like 1 month I'll be like, oh whoa, great mom, doing great. And then the next month I might be like, oh, gonna work at Tesco's this week. Jesus. But then when people do fucking crazy shit like that, that is just like, it just I can't thank you enough. Like I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I honestly can't thank you enough. I don't really know what else to say. It's like stuff like that. It's just huge. You don't realize just how big it is. But yeah, it is huge. But I do want to rub it in and say we do need 8 more members for a new emoji. So the last time we checked, it was a little bit lower than that. But I think not to rub it in, I'm not begging, but it is 8 more members, which is kind of cringe. I think we must have had some drops. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's get back to it. You were all legendary. I just want to say thank you so much. Where were we? I'm lost now. I'm so lost. Combat Patrol. Everyone, 40% of you think it's shit. That's what we're saying. We'll see. I don't know. Who do you think is the biggest power bottom of the Primarchs? The Lion. New drama. Hellstorm Wargaming becomes the biggest Warhammer YouTuber after reading a week-old article. That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Why is everyone being so generous? I'm just reading an article from a week ago. Thank you. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you so much. Honestly, I can't thank you. I'm from Yorkshire, right? I'm from Yorkshire. I don't say thanks. I don't know how to do. I just say cheers, pal. And that's it. No emotion. No emotion. This is the most you're ever gonna get out of me, okay? So enjoy it. Milk it. Milk it for as long as possible. Anyway. Are special universal special rules returning? They are. The short answer is yes. Ultimately, the Wargaming Design Studio decided that having the same special rule under a dozen or more separate names become a bit of a barrier. It's fucking dumb. Jay Taylor, I was talking to you. I said fucking dumb. Excuse me, Jay Taylor. Excuse me, sir, gentlemen. Why have you done that again? What did I do? Steel on Earth, Castell and Lost for Words, Biblical Nipple, Prime Leather. Make sure you say thank you to Jay Taylor for being an absolute babe and gifting 5 more memberships. News, you say cheers, pal. Rover him, don't bother him. Exactly. How you doing well, mate? Hope you're doing well. Oh dear, Jay Taylor.
Remember.
Jesus. Jay Taylor just hate grey names. Clearly. He says, all right, boys, just 3 more to go. And then Donkles has become a member as well. That means it's 2.
Joined.
It's 2. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Oh, mate. We cannot read, so it's nice to have you read it for us. Do you just love bedtime stories? No longer grey. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm actually going to pay attention to you now, Steelman. It's crazy, I know. It's crazy, I know. I'm actually going to pay attention. Make sure you say thank you to Jay Taylor. If you haven't already, ! Discord. Make sure you join in and get in there. They should keep terrain as it's one of the best parts of the game. I agree. I want to see what they do with the terrain. It's probably the biggest impact on the game. Yeah. The terrain is going to be interesting. Terrain's going to be scary. Terrain's definitely going to be scary. Andy! Why are you gifting members? I just... Oh my god. Andy, thank you so much for the gifted. Big Bacon Sardi! I love a Big Bacon Sardi. I want to buy the biggest Bacon Sardi with all these memberships. 1 more to get that emoji. What emoji do we want?
Gifted member.
What emoji do we want? I don't even know. I don't have one planned. I didn't think we'd get one for ages. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. 1 more membership then. There you go. Grey names for life. Ziggy, I'm going to have to time you out. What if I time out all the grey names? That'd be funny. Time out all the grey names. Screw you, grey names. Bishop! Bishop, thank you so much. We did it! Lorenzo Del Prete, or Preet, I'm so sorry. Make sure you say thank you to Bishop. They've just gifted you a membership as well. Holy fuck balls. I think we did it. We need a new emoji. What would you want? Jesus.
Member.
I'm stressed. Magoo emoji. Imagine. Just Ryan. We have the slot. We have the slot. It is now available. Let's go. We did it. We did it. We need to decide what we want. Jesus Christ. I'm really stressed. I'm really stressed. I'm out of breath. I'm really stressed. What's going on? Why have I got 40 memberships today? I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to read Warcom. I'm going to read Warcom all the time now. Guys, guess what? I'm going to read Wargaming Community tonight. I know, crazy. You want a clothes peg emoji? Is that as low as it? Is that all you want? Mate, if that's all you want, that's fine. A pick of a peg, the thing for washing. A reach around emoji. Excellent. Stop copying Valrak. Maybe that's why. All Valrak does is read Warcom, and he doesn't understand it. I understand it, but he doesn't. The cuteness is tight for 10th. Clearly. I've not even finished the first one. We got the video to watch next, bro. Read Warcom and become a more animated version of Allspec Tactics. I can do that. A very small battle mat emoji. I mean, we do have a small board gang. Maybe it should be a picture of Prince William. I'm not thinking that would be hilarious, but no. No. I'm not putting Prince William. Oh. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Fucking hell. Oh, mate. Valak's on holiday, cash in the next few weeks. Is Valak leaving? Thank God. Jesus. I get some viewers back. Honestly, guys, thank you so much, everyone who's gifted a membership or super chatted. Or just become a member, or even considered it.
After GW changes rules completely.
Thank you so much, Christo. It's for your new terrain after G. Yeah, the Games Workshop are gonna fuck me when they ruin terrain. That's for sure. That's for sure. I'm only a bit nervous. Jamati, thank you very much for the 13 months as well, mate. And a Nick of Time emoji. We do need one as well. We do need one. Nick's great. Nick's great. Thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Anyway, we've got a little bit more to do. We can watch a video. React Andy, video time. Do you guys love videos? Say poggies if you love videos. Universal special rules are coming. They become a bit of a barrier because everything's slightly different. Not least because many players simply refer to them as a single name anyway, such as Deep Strike and Feel No Pain, which is like understandable. We as I said, like that's not been in the game for like 6 years, and we still use those. Poggies, yeah, Pog. Hellstorm Pog. See, Jamartin knows. There we go. You want to see video? Say Poggies. Needed hashtag drama emoji. Drama emoji will be funny. So it's between a peg and a drama. You know? The vehicle monster's profile still degrades as they take damage. More or less, though, the mechanic has been streamlined. Instead of 3 separate profiles, there's a single line on each card that still acts like this and explains any penalties incurred when a certain wounds threshold is reached. More on this soon. I do wonder what this is like. I wonder if it's like when it has this many wounds, -1 ballistic skill, -1 weapon skill type deal. I wonder. Or whether it's something else. I don't know. Everybody wants video. Look at all those Pog emojis. Look how many we've got now with all these new members. All these new members. You can spam the Pog emoji when you're really poggy. And then you can post the sad emoji when you're really fed up of me talking. Like the Hellstorm. Was that this one? Hellstorm bruh. Sad. Poggies. Happy. See? Now I understand what everyone's thinking. You can't contextualize chat. There's no like emotion behind it when it's just text. You have to use Pog or bruh. What is the OC stats? Obviously we've seen this as well. OC stands for objective control. That's how many, rather than objectives secured. Potentially objectives secured is still a thing. We don't know yet. But it, like a single model doesn't mean one. It means it like objective control is now how many that counts as for a number. So there we go. There you go. That's it. Use those emojis. There's one way I can say thank you to you is you can spam funny pictures of me and my friends in chat. Anyway, right. We've got through that. We've got a video to watch. Now, I watched a little bit of it just to see what it was all about. I got many thoughts. Many thoughts. They said Obsec is gone during the announcement. Yeah, but come on now. Gone at first. Until they go, well, this unit always holds objectives rather than anyone else. And then it's like, if someone else has this rule, you go back to number of models. Obsec, objective secured. So objective secured at the minute is if you have that special rule, you take an objective off someone if they don't have that same rule.
For a small price of £4.99 a month, you can help a YouTuber recover from GW changing their terrain rules days before their event.
It's true. ICDG, thank you again, mate, for the 5 now. Jesus, thank you so much, mate. But yeah, every penny is going to go towards me trying to keep up the terrain for this event happening in October. Because I decided that it'd be a good idea to expand my event at the end of this year, rather than at the end of last year, when it would have been 9th edition, or the end of next year, which will have definitely been 10th edition. I decided to do it probably about 3 months after Games Workshop changed the entire game. Something to be aware of. On sale next week. So the mic emoji, I needed to translate emotions to Mikey. Are we actually watching a Necron? I mean, minimum means minimum. Minimum effort from me. Reading Warcom. That face on objective control stat instead of obsec. Imagine. Imagine. Anyway, here we go. The main event. The main event. The reason you're all here. What does simplified, not simple mean for the new edition of Warhammer 40,000? I don't know. Not to mention running an event that might be on release weekend. I mean, what can? I can neither confirm or deny the release weekend because I don't actually know. But I probably... I'm running 2 events in summer. Either one of them could be a bad idea. The gaunt is out of the bag. There's a revolutionary new edition of Warhammer 4000 on its way. It's ringing in changes. We freely admit the current game has become a bit too complex for many players. With so many strategies and special rules and unique situations in the game, Warhammer 40,000 has become somewhat difficult and lengthy to set up and play. All that changes with a new upcoming new edition, which takes the same basic rule set you're familiar with and just makes it simpler without dumbing it down. I still don't know if I believe them. Do we believe them? That's the question. But what does it mean in practice? The High Lords of Terror... the High Lords of the Warhammer Design Studio are here to explain. Here we go. Video time. Video time. React Andy time. They put Tau there. Point and shoot simple, literally. Looking forward to the terrain built out of empty Coke cans and cereal boxes. Listen, at least I've already started, unlike some events that started a week before.
2 years working on...
Here we go. Okay. This is not full screen. Cool. Great. Try again.
2 years working on Warhammer 40,000.
Here we go. So this is the new... I'm going to turn it up a little bit. This is a video that I put out today. That's going to, like, explain some of the simplified, not simple marketing that they're doing. To be like, this is what this means. And it's crapped again. Video time. Is everyone ready for video time?
2 years working on Warhammer
It won't
40,000.
go full
It's the most
screen.
popular that 40k's ever been. We've rewritten every data sheet in 40k.
There's not to be hundreds of
Okay, let's start again.
Thousands.
Here we go. Let me know if the volume's okay.
years working on Warhammer 40,000.
It's the most popular that 40k's ever been. We've rewritten every data sheet in 40k.
There's not to be hundreds of them.
Thousands.
Am I having a stroke? Why have Games Workshop like done 3 edits already? This isn't a Mr. Beast video. This isn't a Hellstorm Wargaming video. What's going on? Listen, only someone as powerful as me is going to have 3 cuts in the first 3 seconds. It sounds fast. It's in normal speed. I know I normally watch stuff fast. It is in normal speed. Are they taking fast to the extreme? Have they been taking tips from the Lord and Savior of Warhammer on YouTube? I have that many jump cuts because I'm like, bam, bam, bam. Attention, attention, attention. That's what I'm going to be like. Watch time's down, okay? 3 seconds in, if I'm not grabbing your attention, you're already out. I'm going to have like a zoom. I'm going to jump. I'm going to have something flashing on screen. I'm going to have like numbers and words appearing, like text at the bottom. Okay.
40k's ever been. We've rewritten every data sheet in 40k.
There's not to be hundreds of them.
Thousands, yeah.
Have they got a new editor? Gina, we're about to cover a Raid Shadow Legend advert.
There
Exactly.
is a new edition of Warhammer 40,000 on the way. We're all super excited.
This is the
and
longest-
today, who better to talk to about it than the head of the Warhammer 40,000 studio, Stu? How you doing, man? You're right.
Yeah, really good.
That was nice. That was the longest clip they've had so far out of the lot. All the rest is like bam, bam, bam. It's worse than me. Where's the me? Oh, okay.
It's so good to be able to finally talk about it. How do you feel about this?
Oh yeah, very excited. Yeah, I mean it's like the end of like a 2-year project, so yeah, great to finally be able to talk to people about it.
Now, we've talked quite a few times sitting in these very chairs
Yep.
about what the
I will
community
say-
has to say about games.
I will say it's nicely edited so far. It's nicely edited so far.
Gaming and that sort of thing. Overall, throughout the current edition, 9th edition of Warhammer 40,000, what has the community said to you about the game?
Loads of different things, you know. We've seen the event scene really kick off, like thousands and thousands of people playing all over the world. But there are some things that people think we can do better. The rules are
There is a lot of jump cuts though. It's very interesting. So yeah, 2-year project. So they've been working on 10th edition for 2 years. So the 2021 was when they started writing 10th edition. If that's anything to go by, that's when they started writing the new date sheets. That is a lot shorter than I thought, actually. So literally, as the lockdown finished, wait, guys, let me slow down. Okay. What came out in 2021? What books came out in 2021? Let me think. 9th edition came out in 2020. We had Space Marines and Death Guard and Necrons and Blood Angels. Was anything really broken in 2021? Admech. There it is. Drakari! There it is! They'd already given up. Oh no! The Darkies timeline. Drakari, Orcs, and Admech were all coming out and they were like, right, we're going to start writing 10th edition now. This is the perfect time to write 10th edition. When Drakari, Admech, Orcs come out, all nefarious, all infamous for being very broken on release. Come on now. I don't care who you are. That is funny. That is funny. That is actually hilarious. You know what, guys? I'm out. They literally did the meme. They did the meme. What is it? Is this the one? The meme outro. Wait for it. It's going to be great. Is this the one? Yes. Games Workshop rules writing team. Literally, as the most broken codexes are lodged, okay? This is what they're doing. They're like, you know what? 10th edition is going to be great. And then they're gone. Then that's what they did. They're like, you know what? I'm out. I'm going to write 10th edition. See you in a bit. That's hilarious. Fair play. That is hilarious. That is beautiful. You know what? I'd do the same. I feel you. They started writing 10th a year after 9th came out. Yeah, Connor, if you're new around here, mate, like they work on like a 2 to 3 year cycle. So like anything that comes out today was probably written 2 to 3 years ago. Was this before or after they got rid of playtest? Lisa Bishop, I got no idea. That's so funny. And then Custodies came out and they dropped the points on launch. I'd love to interview these people. I'd love to interview these people to be like, you know what happened? What was the thought process? What was going on? You know, what was the vibe, Stu? You know, you've got Drakari broken, liquefiers everywhere. You got Admech, planes, Iron Striders, whatever. You got Orcs, all of the indirect fire, 9 buggies all indirect, and then all of the other buggies really broken. And then you nerf them. And then whilst you're writing 10th edition, you release Custodies. And then everyone on the internet says Custodies are bad. But then you drop the points on release. And then they're really broken for 3 months. Thick City as well. That's true, Daytail. Chicago got like 4 nerfs in a row. And then they were like, you know what? We're going to write 10th edition instead. This sucks. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What a great time. You know what? As much as and as much as like having a bad game is bad, god damn is it funny to watch. Like having a bad rule set and really broken codexes is really bad for the health of the game. But fuck me, is it funny? Is it right funny? And it's so hilarious. Leviathan and then crush it. I mean, yeah, true. Was it lockdown induced madness? It must have been. It's just always hilarious. There's like no in between, is there? Really? It is good. Anyway, we can stop laughing now. Let's come in. Hey, Sim Conti, how you doing? So I'll just skip back a little bit.
Things, you know, we've seen the event
They're
scene.
just saying the event scene's kicked off. The event scene is huge. Right now. Like, look at this weekend, over 1,000 people playing. Huge events, multiple 100-man tournaments or multiple hundreds of person tournaments. Really good.
And really kick off, like thousands and thousands of people playing all over the world. But there are some things that, you know, people think we can do better. The rules are kind of in loads of different places. It can be quite hard to keep track of where the rules for your army is. I think there's some things around what the most important rules are. So those are definitely some of the areas that we've really tried to kind of dig into and improve upon.
So how do you solve those problems?
We've tried to focus back on the datasheets themselves, make that the one-stop shop for most of the rules for your models. We've looked at the stat lines. We've put things like weapon skill and ballistic skill to hit rolls essentially onto.
There is a lot of jump cuts in this. Like, I was joking. I said it's really nicely edited. It is. It does feel very fast-paced, and that's kind of what you want. But it's almost too fast. There's a point in this video from today where they've said nothing new. I don't know. I've only just watched it. It's very, very fast. Matt Byro says, GG finally edited. Thank you so much for the 8 months, mate. It's very quick. It's very, very quick.
Most of the rules for your models. We've looked at the stat lines. We've put things like weapon skill and ballistic skill to hit rolls essentially onto the weapons. And that's given us a couple of tools that we can use to kind of really personalize those weapons to the unit that carries them. Stratagems, we've really kind of looked at the ones that have the most impact.
Why is it like, wow, I can't do it. It's just like every jump. Listen. You what, Mr. Editor, I'll never know your name because there's no credit. But you don't have to zoom in on every cut. You can just cut. That's fine. I do it all the time, you know? You look at any of my edits, bam, loads of jump cuts. But you know what you do? You don't zoom on every one because then people don't notice. Editing style like they're about to release a calling Matt Ward at 3 a.m. Don't call Matt Ward after 3 a.m. Don't call Matt Ward at 3 a.m. They should have edited Subway Service underneath. I know, I did that once and everyone didn't get it. I did that once. I had like a presentation about rules and no one cared, so I put Subway Service on and even people were even less cared. I was so scuttered. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious that day, but there you go. Anyway.
Packed. And tried to make stratagems things that are either reactions that you can do in your opponent's phase, or kind of one-off cinematic things.
Stu, so we've got...
I like that. So the whole point of... Let's just put this into it again. Just because there's so many jump cuts, I'm lost.
Kind of looked at the ones that have the most impact.
Talking about stratagems.
And tried to make stratagems things that are either reactions that you can do in your opponent's phase, or kind of one-off cinematic things.
Stu, so we've got...
So that sounds cool. It's bad when Mikey complains about zooming. I know, mate. I know. So, like, the whole point they want to make stratagems, again, reactive. Reactive is interactive. Games Workshop are going to have that an article next week, and I'm going to sue them for it. That's my line. Interactive is interactive. But yeah, so, like making stratagems interactive and a reactionary base, because at the minute, they are just, like, kill more. It's like, I'm shooting, I'm going to make my shooting better. I'm Cassicking, I'm going to make everyone take more wins, okay? I'm going to, I don't know, fucking, I'm trying to think of something. I'm going to shoot in combat because I'm already winning, you know? I'm going to shoot you. Now you finally made combat, I'm going to shoot you in combat with Lisa Votan. Just like 2 random examples. But obviously, Iron Hands are the best faction in the game. But they have multiple reactionary secondary stratagems, which are very fun. You've got Auspex Scan, obviously the basic one from Space Marines. You've got, basically, when you're targeted, feel no pain. They're like very reactionary, and it's very similar to Age of Sigmar, where you have like all-out defense, where it's like, oh, you're targeting me, I'm going to get +1 save. You know, it's a command ability. It's essentially a stratagem. You target me, +1 save, try and keep me alive a bit longer. And obviously, 40k Iron Hands have like Mercy's weakness. When I shoot you, 6 is with 2 wounds. Very dumb stratagem. And obviously that's kill more stratagems. And I felt like they always just didn't make sense, because it is just like, I'm winning, I want to kill you harder, I want to confirm a kill over there. Whereas reaction is kind of like you're trying to counter your opponent, you get this back and forth, and that's something I'm really excited for. And that's something I really like Age of Sigmar for, because again, they have a command ability called Redeploy. When your opponent moves too close, you can move D6 inches any direction. And Horus Heresy does it very well as well, because they have one where essentially if you shoot or get shot, you can shoot straight back, or you can get a feel no pain, or if they move too close, you can move further away or move closer. You can overwatch, you can countercharge, you can do loads of shit. It's really, really cool. And I love that about it. Again, they took the idea from Warcry, best game that Games Workshop make that no one cares about, and then they started bringing it into other games, and it's a really, really cool function that I really like. So I'm excited to see what they do, how they do it with 40k. Anyway, we released 10th edition, didn't go to plan, they cried video next week. It's that Mr. Bean meme where he's copying an exam, 40k looking at AOS homework. Literally, Boris, literally.
Kind of looked at the ones that have the most impact and tried to make stratagems things that are either reactions that you can do.
New Termagants have a redeploy ability. They do, as normally said. Yeah, so Termagant, one of the data sheets that Termagants have had, they've shown off like a redeploy type ability, and I like that. I like that a lot.
In your opponent's phase, or kind of one-off cinematic things.
Stu, so we've got much less in the way of printed rules. We've got cards with our rules, and the data cards themselves are really simple. There's less flicking around between books.
Terrible time to pause on Nick there. But like, he said like you have less rules printed or less printed stuff, but then immediately says you have cards, which is like just not just one and the same. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like having cards is fine, but like I'm probably just gonna want a book to find them. He looks like Shrek. I'm not saying anything. Okay, I just paused it very badly timed. I'll let him talk.
Much less in the way of printed rules. We've got cards with our rules, and the data cards themselves are really simple. There's less flicking around between books. What was the idea behind all of that?
Yeah, so what we really wanted to do is we simplified the 40k experience, so it's still.
Wait, was that like... Mr. Editor, come on, what was that? Watch to it. I mean, he looks like a robot. He's like...
There's less flicking around between books. What was the idea behind all of that?
Yeah, so what we really wanted to do is we simplified the 40k experience, so it's still got a lot of...
Those 3 edits in 2 seconds!
40k experience, so it's still got a lot of depth, and a lot of...
What? Why are there so many jumps? Mr. Mate. Listen, what's going on with this edit? Jesus.
Still got a lot of depth, and a lot of decisions for you to make at the tabletop, but less decisions before the game. So you kind of make fewer big choices before the game about what kind of army you want to take, what rules you're going to use for that army. And once you make that decision, that unlocks like a spread of rules for you, and some stratagems and some enhancements that are specific to that one.
You had to really make that sort of top level decision first, and then
that's right.
After that's all decided for you.
Yeah.
The poor intern just learned how to edit. Yeah, literally. His face shifting. He's telling us too much, maybe. That's interesting, because it's like, it sounds like there's going to be like no customization, but you just kind of go, I'm going to play this set of rules today. But I don't understand. It almost, I read something on Reddit, which that kind of makes sense. It was kind of like, did anyone, it's kind of like playing, it sounds like to me, going off what they've said on Adepticon, what they've said here, what they've said on other articles, it almost sounds like they're going to be playing a type of formation, kind of like Army of Renown, but for everybody. You know, like World Eaters, right? You've got World Eaters, they get 8 stratagems, and you play as World Eaters. But then if you only play with Demon and Land Raiders, you get some different stratagems. That's what it kind of feels like. And it's like, at the minute, World Eaters is set up as an army of renown, not a renown. But it's an army of renown. It's like, you can only play demons, you have to have anger, and he has to be your warlord, and you get these stratagems. And it's over 2 pages. As I said in my video when World Eaters came out, I feel like this is a test for 10th, and I feel like that's what it's going to be. It's like, I don't have the codex, I can't physically show you, but if you own the World Eaters codex, open it up. It repeats the Legion trait. The Legion trait is printed again. And it's got all your army rules, your warlord traits, your relics, and then 8 stratagems on a spread on 2 pages in your codex. That's exactly what they're going for. That was what they were going for. That's what they're talking about. Essentially, what it feels like is like, you want to play First Company, like fucking Terminator only army? Right, play this army of renown. You get this chapter tactic, which is your chapter tactic that everybody gets. You get these warlord traits, these relics, and 8 stratagems. That's what it seems like. So essentially, again, you know, let's write it down. Let's put a pin in it. You know, let's go. We'll remember that one. Army of Renown is essentially what 10th edition list building is going to look like. It's going to be like, you can build your army this way, put anything you like in, or put without putting these units in, and then that's what you get. You know? E.g. Strike Force rallying in this was White Dwarf. We'll have to check that one out. But yeah, 10th edition is a prime example. Play just World Eaters and play it if you want. Here's your warlord traits and relics. Here's your stratagems. Play Disciples of the Red Angel. Here's your tactic, warlord trait stratagems. Extra 2 pages. It is a 10th edition codex from 9th edition. It is exactly what we're going to get. That's what I'm saying it now. Never forget this day. Remember this day as a glorious day that Mikey was right again. Okay? It comes up a lot, I know. But that's what I'm gonna go out there and say it. Okay.
And so what that really does is it means that at the table when you're playing, you're not flicking through 30 odd stratagems going, hang on, I'm sure there's a cool one in here somewhere. You know, we've all been there at that peak moment of the game where you're like, I think I can pull this back, if only I can find the thing that I think is here. So really kind of putting those up front so people find that easier to navigate.
Psychic powers is a big one. All the psychic powers are literally...
So there you go. The whole point is to just condense it. You 4 are against that. I think I like list building right now, and I love how it is, and the warlord traits and relics. Like, I'm an Iron Hands player. I spend all 6 command points before the game starts. I love that. But like, the thing is like, as much as the personal wants is like, I think that's cool. For the health of the game, it's probably better to make it more simple. You know, I think it's cool that a new player can be like, right, okay, I need this page and this page, and then my data sheets, I'm done. Because again, that's just better for everybody involved. For new people who want to play, for veterans, for people who haven't played in ages, you know. You just want it simple, you know. You want to be like, right, okay, what army am I playing? Right, let me turn to the right page. Okay, here we go. I've got all my rules here. There it is. Wow, only 8 stratagems and none of them is shit. Sick. That's what we want. And yeah, like, yeah, I like having lots of stratagems. I like the amount of stuff that you can do for 40k, because it's a very open rule set and you can do loads of cool stuff, and it does feel very cool. But I also appreciate that for some reason, scrubs. No, but like people who aren't in it as much as I am. I do it as a full-time job, so it's like amazing. But if you're not doing it as much as I am, I can appreciate it's hard to get into. Seamus, I just saw your message. If you want to drop it on Discord, that'd be really cool. I don't allow links on stream just because of spam bots. So, especially Discord, drop it in there and I'll look. World Eaters Codex is a 10th edition codex I bought that I can't use in 10th. Anyway. No, Seamus, no problem, mate.
On the librarian's cards. There's no trying to find that section later in the book.
Yeah, and that leads into another change that we've made. So we've simplified the turn structure. There is no psychic phase anymore, and what we've done is really kind of put those rules again on the data sheet. So every psyker has his particular abilities that he can do. Sometimes that might be a psychic weapon. You know,
psychic is no longer a phase. Because people can't do stuff in the psychic phase.
Psychic powers aren't distributed evenly. So increasingly, we've got factions that didn't really interact with the psychic phase.
Yeah, so they just skipped it. Right? They just skipped the psychic phase if they didn't interact with it. Which speeds the turn up. uh, am I missing something? Am I missing something? If you don't have a psychic phase, you just skip the psychic phase. You just skip it. That's great. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway.
And that led to players having like a bit of a downtime. And one of the things we've really tried to do with the new edition is really cut down on that downtime.
I suppose redesigning every single datasheet in the entire...
He explains what? What did he explain? It's on counter in the second phase. I mean, yeah.
It has his particular abilities that he can do. Sometimes that might be a psychic weapon. You know, psychic powers aren't distributed evenly. So increasingly, we've got factions that didn't really interact with the psychic phase. And that led to players having like a bit of a downtime. And one of the things we've really tried to do with the new edition is really cut down on that downtime.
I suppose redesigning every...
Did psychic need its own phase? I mean, it's an interesting way to do it, to have like a psychic phase. I call it, as a 1K Suns player, I call it smite phase. I mean, yeah, true. I don't really know how it cuts down, especially if you're just going to have people doing psychic throughout different phases. So it's like you've got a psychic shooting weapon, you've got a psychic melee weapon. I feel for all the Tau players that now can't go, oh no, I forgot my psychic phase. It proved they were the funniest guy in the room. Goated comment, Mark. Goated comment. So Tau, against Dallas Suns, Tau playing just goes calls crack on and watch someone roll dice at him. Yeah, to be fair, true, but it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it throughout other phases. Now, in Horus Heresy, they do it a very similar way that what they're trying to explain. They have like a psychic shooting attack, you do a leadership check, and then you do the shooting attack. And if you could do better one up. I don't really decide. I don't play that game. I don't play with Librarian, sorry, that much. I do play that game. That's not a Freudian slip. I do play that game. But it's going to be interesting if you can interact with psychic powers, or they're extremely nerfed to just be like, oh yeah, it's just a shooting attack that's really good. Oh, you still got an armor save, etc. But it's just like, it's going to be interesting to see like, okay, well, you don't have a psychic phase, but you don't have any psychers, so you still can't stop me. So I'm just going to stop you in multiple phases of the game, like this, 2 seconds right now. 2 seconds right now. It's still like a 3-minute phase, but it's just like, here's 10 seconds now, here's 10 seconds now, here's 10 seconds now. I think overall it just kind of makes sense, because like it probably means that buffs are going to be harder to set up, because I imagine a lot of buff psychic powers will be in the command phase. Imagine, again, I'm just going off like what Age of Sigmar does. They have a hero phase where all the powers are done, and then shooting weapons or damage weapons will be done in the shooting the melee phase. But we'll see. Personally, I like the psychic abilities are now war scroll bound. Gives more reason to choose between the various psychic models. Again, something that Age of Sigmar does really good is that it's like each wizard has their own unique power, which is cool. But I don't know how they're going to handle it. I don't know if you're going to still choose powers from your 2 pages of rules. I don't know. We'll have to see. It says it's on the data sheet, so everyone has some version of Smite, depending how cool you are, how epic you are at Psychic. You'll have a better Smite, for example, maybe. I don't know. It's funny seeing how drastically different Hellstorm's reaction to 10th is compared to a lot of other YouTubers. Obviously, no take is invalid, just funny to see the contrast. I'd be interested to see, I haven't really watched many other people's. I watched a bit of Valrax. Him just like kind of like reading the FAQ and just be like, oh, we'll have to wait and see. I'd be interested to see what people think to my reaction compared to other people's. I don't really know. You know, like I'm always apprehensive about any of these things, but that's because I really like 40k. I think 40k is really good, and I don't want 40k to not be good. That's my only concern. As much as I criticize Games Workshop, I do want them to succeed because I really like Warhammer. I don't even know realized I really, really like Warhammer. Warhammer, pretty sick. You know? It is pretty sick at the end of the day. So I want it to be good, and that's my only concern is it being not good. Next video, Mike reacts to YouTube's reacting to 10th edition, and I just tell them all they're all wrong. Nah, why are you saying that? But like, I don't want like, like, I don't want to just be like a mouthpiece of being like, whoa, Warhammer's sick. Warhammer's so good. 10th edition, so good. Brand new models, so good. I don't want to be that. I'm just like, I'll tell you what I think. If you don't like that, tough. Seamus, thank you so much for that. There you go. Thank you so much, Seamus, for this. This is what Strike Force Rallying looks like in the new White Dwarf. Look, build an army. Enhancements. This is boarding patrols. These are your essentially warlord traits. And these are your stratagems. This is a 10th edition codex. This is a 10th edition rule set. And then you just need your data sheets. This is what it's all going to be looking like. This is what it's going to be all looking like. Would you say you want to be an honest wargamer? I guess so. I guess so. But I think I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, why not? Sure. I want to be honest. I don't want to be a mouthpiece. You know, I obviously work with Games Workshop and they do a lot for me in the channel. But at the same time, I don't want to be like, wow, everything's great. I love it. That's just not me. It's just not me. I'll tell you what I think. And if people don't like that, tough. Reluctantly honest. I am reluctantly honest. Yes, indeed. It worries me as God currently having 3. 3 what? I saw that. I saw that, I see the Chief. Too slow. Too slow. Bro, so cool. 40k so cool. New rules so cool. New model super cool. Yeah, it's just like, I'm just not about that. You know, if I don't like something, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? If I'm worried about something, I'll say so. If I'm concerned about something, I'll tell you. If I like it, then it has weight, right? If I say, whoa, that's sick, it probably means it's quite sick. Because if it wasn't, I'd be like, nah, that is shit. You know? I will just be like, nah, mate. That was always my concern. Like, always my concern. Like, as the memes aside, I don't want to be a shill. You know? I don't want to just be like, I don't want to be the IGN of Warhammer. IGN be like, whoa, everything's so good. Have you seen this new game? Never played before? It's the best game I've ever played. That's the meme, right? I don't want to be that. If Mikey didn't like it, he'd have GW change it. True. True. Every time I do something, I'll say something, GW copy. Anyway, let's keep watching the video. Where were we? We can talk about the second phase.
And that led to
And then
players
date
having
sheets.
like a bit of a downtime. And one of the things we've really tried to do with the new edition is really cut down on that downtime.
I suppose redesigning every single datasheet in the entire game has been a great opportunity to go back and take a look at them again.
To be honest, it was one of the reasons why we made some of the really big changes. And we really kind of looked at everything and said, does this need to be here? Is there like a simpler, more elegant way that we can get that effect? So once we'd sorted the core rules out with that kind of methodology, we then went back and rewrote every data sheet in 40k, and then there's some universal special rules that we've put back into the game. So things like deep strike, feel no.
Alondo Lorenzo!
For the new rules. However, there is a whispering voice lurking in the shadow that says, "They is what they did with Warhammer Fantasy."
They didn't. Not quite. Warhammer Fantasy. Thank you so much for the 5. Warhammer Fantasy came out and then they brought out Sigmar, but they said they nuked it. How they handled that was the worst thing they could have ever done. They should have just said, these are the rules for fantasy. We're releasing Age of Sigmar now. That's what they should have done. But they didn't. It was the worst thing they could ever do. Is like being like, here's 5 really cool books. Here's the end times. All right, sit a bit. We're making a new game. All your models are dead. Worst thing they could do. They should have gone, here's fantasy. We're no longer supporting this game now. Please enjoy it. We're also going to be talking about Age of Sigmar. But it's just the timing. They just did it so badly. You know? But thank you for the 5. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm apprehensive. You got to be, right? You got to be. I was talking with my buddy last night about 10th changing a lot, right? When it felt like 9 finally got balanced decently aside from a couple of things. I mean, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the game is really balanced right now. There's obviously Dark Angels, Iron Hands obviously are a problem. A couple of the factions are a bit problematic, but like one balanced data slate away from being a really, really good game, and then they're going to kill it all. Being a critical friend is a good thing. Being too positive, like a yes man, is just as bad as being too negative. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I feel like I toe the line quite well. You know? I'm like, my titles and thumbnails are a little bit negative because that works. But I always feel like I've got like quite a balanced take. I tried to anyway. If someone's bullshit, I'll say it's bullshit. If it's not bullshit, I'll say it's not bullshit. I'll say it's quite good. You know? For example, I did like 2 videos last week where it was like, one was like talking about the Only Hands drama, saying it was really bad. And then the next video is like, games like just doing recycling. Wow, that's really good. You know? Mikey putting a medal on Mikey, literally. Anyway.
Pain. Some of those terms actually, which haven't been in the game, you know,
A long time,
I know, a decade, but still really
6 years. It's been 2 editions.
familiar to players. And I think it really showed that having a common language for some of those rules was really important. So
Yeah, I think putting universal special rules is something that people have been crying out for a long time. Having the same rule printed multiple times with different names, slightly different wording, is so dumb. Look at the Kassakin thing, where it's like Kassakin, 6 mortal wounds to every unit that you target. World Eaters, 6 mortal wounds to every unit you can target, but they also have 6 mortal wounds total max, full stop. You have Salamanders, total max, 6 mortal wounds, full stop. You have Transhuman across multiple codexes, all written slightly differently. It's just like, it's just so silly. But like, yeah, like everyone still calls it Deep Strike, which means you can arrive on the battlefield 9 inches away at the end of a turn. It's been the same forever. You got Feel No Pain. After you take damage, you get a damage mitigation roll. The wound is not lost. It's just so weird to write it so many different ways to have the same thing. Because then if you write one slightly differently, you need to FAQ that one and then consider every other rule interaction where it's just like, hey, Feel No Pain's pretty broken. Let's change Feel No Pain. Changes everyone across the entire game. So, universal special rules are a good thing because we basically have them anyway. A lot of us have their very similar rules. We have very similar stratagems. They're all the same. Why are they all different? Just give everyone transhuman physiology, but call it super cool body armor. Call it plot armor, okay? Plot armor can only be wounded on 4+. Cool. Use this stratagem 1 CP. The unit gains plot armor for this phase. Bam. Every time you need to change transhuman, you change one special rule. Everybody gets affected at the same time. Bam. Sorted. Universal special rules are fine as long as there's not as many of them as there is in Heresy/7. There is quite a lot in Heresy, to be fair. We also had that then 8th happened. Exactly. How will they stretch their creativity muscles if they're not coming up with a difference for the names for the same thing? I don't know. Bam, yes, hello. I've had so many arguments with players claiming their rule worked differently to Deep Strike just because a different name likes coming back. Yeah, exactly. Like, look, Deep Strike was never a thing in 849. It's not been around for 6 years. But it means the same thing, right? Deep Strike didn't even work that way, really. Arrive at the end of the turn, scatter 2d6. You can't charge. You can only shoot snapshots or something dumb. I don't know. Learn from Rick Priestley who wrote Bolt Action with universal special rules. Oh, wait, he wrote Warhammer 40k. Literally, yeah. So, best thing. Best thing. Enjoy teleporting into a Rocket League and have your Terminators. Oh, mate, when you said mishap, you used to be like, I'm going to put my unit of Terminators here. I've scattered 3 inches. I've accidentally touched the edge of the board. Right, roll dice. Oh, 1, they're all dead. What a fucking dumb game. Fuck special
So
rules.
one of the things I know we've heard from the community is the fact that the current edition of 140,000 got a bit bloated. There was so many rules and so many books and things people needed to take with them. How are we going to combat that in the future?
Is that true? Am I naive, or am I too far in, Am I hyperfixated on this game so much that I don't think it's bloated? I need to ask you. Is 9th edition bloated? Because I feel like it's great marketing. You know? Trying to be like, listen, casual players, you don't like the look of it. It's scary to get into. It's scary to get into. So we're going to say it's bloated, so then you want to play it again. Yes, but yeah. When they started writing this into 2021, it was true. Yeah, to be fair, in 2021, yeah, it was quite bloated. Someone on the internet said 9th was bloated, and then everyone said it was, and now everyone thinks it is. Yeah, that's sometimes I feel like that might be a little bit of it. 79% says yes, 9th is bloated. Now, 79% of you have voted yes. Please explain why. With capital letters and full punctuation, please. And I'll have it submitted by Friday at 3 p.m. I'll give you all day to do it. And someone who doesn't do 40K a job, yes. Fair play. Fair play. I feel like there's a large barrier to entry. But I don't know. Is that the same as being bloated? I don't know. Again, I do 40K as a job. I'm just like I'm like oblivious. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm oblivious to it. I take 3 to 4 books for my army. I mean, we did do that, yeah, to be fair. 9th edition has a lot of rules that supersede each other. Demon Slays ignoring runs break wound limits. True, true. Not bloated, but it does move very fast. And that's different, man. Goated comment once again. A lot of goated comments tonight. Well done, goats. We're going to have a fucking herd of sheep at this, right? With all the goats in comments. Is moving fast the same as bloated? I don't think so. Because bloated implies you have loads all at the same time. Whereas moving fast, it means it's constantly changing. How long does it take to explain your army rules to an opponent? A couple of minutes, I guess. I'm playing Space Marines, so they're pretty straightforward. I would call them releasing campaign books with additional rules for factions while other factions didn't have a book yet was pretty bloated. True, but they don't do that anymore. And a lot of those books aren't valid anymore. Is that the same as bloated, or is that moving too fast? That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Bloated for newbies. You know what? Could totally get down with that comment. Could totally get down with that comment. Adbeck. Yeah, fair play. Grey names on point tonight. Well done, Grey names. Love you all. Yeah. Not Adbeck is bloated. Yeah. How long does it take to explain GSE to an opponent? It doesn't. It's like, oh yeah, they can deep strike 9 away. They can pre-game move, some of them. They have blips. It's fine, you know? As soon as all the colours come out, we got nothing to moan at. Yeah, literally. Space Wolves double exploded 6 on 10-3. I hit on 2s on the charge. I have 6 in heroic intervention. Done. Yeah, true. There are 3 different deep strike ranges in GSC and in Demons as well, isn't there, to be fair. Mikey anyone knows what GSC do. I have like 4,000 points of GSC Occults painted. I know what they do. They deep strike and charge. That's it. Sometimes they've got guns. They got some guys with picks that no one uses. I have loads now. I have like 18. Maybe more. Maybe more. It's fine. Meanwhile, Crossfire almost broke Winters in 4K. Yeah, I think what they did is they wrote stuff too in depth. Too in depth. 82% says 9th Fish is bloated, and you know what? I have to agree with the poll. It's bloated. You know why? I've been told. I do feel like a lot of it does come down to mantra. Just like if we say it enough, it'll come true. It is very complex. I'm like, is complex? I'm like, I'm trying to like define bloated as his own thing, but I don't know if that's right. Maybe I'm growing as a person, guys. I'm growing as a person live on stream. Complex, moving fast, bloated. All different things in my head, but maybe it's okay to say that they're all the same thing. maybe that's where we're at, you know? As someone coming into it, they think it's bloated because they've got to learn all these things. But then it changes. So I'm like, that's not bloated. They've got rid of the old ones, and now it's the new ones. But maybe for someone new, that's bloated, and that's okay. You know? As I said, this is the great thing about live streams. We learn together. You know? We learn. We kind of realize that complex, moving fast, and bloated, you're actually all the same thing. It's just too complex. Core rules are solid and far easier to pick up than they used to be, but there's way too many faction-specific special rules, and the wording makes it feel worse than it is. Fair play. Fair play. Maybe I won't get downvoted to hell if I show that I'm learning as a person. It doesn't feel that bloated to me. There was unnecessary complexity with rules writers trying to write rules without loopholes, but then fudged it with other rules. That's true. Bloat is having a load of unnecessary rules that only serve to obfuscate the rules that actually matter, making it hard to learn and to master. True. Bloated because there are rules all over the place. You have to keep flicking around a book to see what unit does. Yes, also very true. This unit has a data sheet. What's its army rules? What stratagems does it have? That's bloated. Mostly harmless. Definitely not right now. Great job. Core rules are solid. The core rules are solid. Salt levels correlate to bloat. Half of the frustrating is not complexity, but feel bad, ranging from poor first games to gotchas. Also true. Also true. Let's count how many special rules in Incest House outside its data sheet. I ain't got time. Okay, it's bloated. All right, fair play. You all win.
Internally within the studio, we have a really clear process for how we add new rules to the game. And then following on for that is that kind of detachment system where actually if we want to add a new detachment into the game, we can totally do that, but it will replace something. So what we've done in the new edition is rather than putting those on top of your existing rules, they're instead of, we really wanted to try and make sure that what your unit looks like it does.
So that's something we've not even heard of. What do you mean detachment? Excuse me? Detachment? This is what I'm saying, guys. There is no detachment, according to the article we read last week. You just take 3 of any unit you like, up to 6 of a battle line unit, and go ham. He's talking about detachments. What are they? And I'll tell you what they are. They're Army of Renown, as we see them today. You know? They're Armies of Renown. They're very similar to Armies of Renown right now. They sound like they're going to be similar to old formations. They sound like they're going to be similar to Horus Heresy Rites of War or War Scroll Battalions from Age of Sigmar. That sort of vibe. You can have these rules only if you have these units in this detachment. You know? That's what it sounds like. We figured it out. The Disciples of the Red Angel is a tester for new detachments, which are basically like formations, which are basically like Armies of Renown. Interesting. So it's like, if you want to play... Well, let's see him talk. Let's see what he's else to say.
It should do. And one of the things that had happened in the previous edition is that a combination of kind of particular warlord traits and relics.
I don't know if he's talking about the same point. This is my problem. I love to talk. I'll watch him for like 3 seconds and I'll talk over him.
Balance feels like bloat too.
Thanks, Steve.
Your guard unit can do what to my knight, but it's got hotshot lasguns. How is it killing a knight?
True. Yeah, thank you so much for the donation, mate. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's like... It's weird because you want to be able to make everything kill everything because you don't want to like have our weapons are useless type rules again because they're rubbish. But yeah, like guards with lasguns can kill everything because of the army rules that they have. Whereas if you don't run that one, they are pretty dog poo. So But yeah, so they're talking about like detachment, which give you rules. Then this is how your army plays. So like, if you want to run first company or dreadnought only army, you only have dreadnoughts. That's cool. But you only get these stratagems. That's gonna be like, oh mate, that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm playing Space Marines, but I've got like 19 detachments to choose from because they've alluded to it throughout this video. You choose the way you want to play your army. That's how it works. You want to run an all dreadnought army? That's fine. You can only run dreadnoughts. You can't have anything else. No cheap scout units for you. No cheap land speeder storms for you. You get these 8 strategies. You get this warlord trait, this relic. Off you go. You know? That's what it sounds like. Again, Disciples of Red Angel. You're playing World Eaters. You still get the same chapter tactic, but you can only take 8 bound, basically. You can only take 8 bound. Off you go. These are your stratagems you use. Crazy. Crazy.
What we've done in the new edition is rather than putting those on top of your existing rules, they're instead of, we really wanted to try and make sure that what your unit looks like it does, it should do. And one of the things that had happened in the previous edition is that a combination of kind of particular warlord traits and relics and stratagems could sometimes boost a unit like beyond what you'd expect, which again kind of caught players off guard and sometimes meant that they felt a little bit like somebody had kind of gotcha'd them. So again, keeping those detachments really tight means that we can avoid those.
It's a really clever way of doing it.
So yeah, so it sounds like detachments are going to be like a restriction of how to put a list together, but you get stratagems. So like, if you want to play with anything you like, you know, take a warlord, anything you want with it, you might get like just the generic stratagems. And then as soon as you want to be like, right, I want to play Ultramarines in the Tyrannic War. Cool. You can only take Tyrannic War elite units. You can only take elite units. You can't take scouts. You can't take initiates. You can't take dreadnoughts. I don't know, whatever. But you get all these stratagems instead. That's what it sounds like. So there's actually going to be like multiple ways to build the army, but they sound quite restrictive. Because like in Heresy, if it's similar to Heresy, which it kind of does, they have rights of war. And it's like, you can take Terminators as troops, but it has a limitation that I can't remember. I have the book there. But then there's like a Dreadnought one. You can take Dreadnoughts as troops, but you can't take anything else. You can only take Dreadnoughts. You can't take infantry, for example. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do that and how they balance that, because that sounds like an absolute nightmare. Doesn't that help balance? Maybe, yeah, because as I said, you only get the cool stratagems if you're build your army in a particular way. So like you have all these cool stratagems, but not very good units to use them on, for example, or vice versa. You've got really bad units, but you've got some sick stratagems to use on them. But yeah, so like the only thing I can compare it to right now, it looks like Army of Renown, like that sort of vibe. Maybe you get all these cool stratagems because that's what they literally keep saying it. At the minute, you get all these extra rules, but now you'll get them instead of. So think of the Skitarii cohort. You can only take Skitarii. You can't take... I can't remember any of them off the top of my head. I'm trying to come up with, like, examples. Right. What have I got on this? I got Rift War. Here we go. Rift War. Whoa. First page open. Warp Meld Pact. Okay. Almost, well, how many pages is it? 4 pages? 3 pages. It's 3 pages of rules. So the Warp Meld Pact is an army of renown for Thousand Sons, okay? So Thousand Sons have rules. They have a cult that you choose in your codex. So you have psychic powers, you have warlord traits, relics, I love Warhammer. Warhammer's so good. Maybe Warhammer is bloated. I can't remember anything. You have all your army rules, your psychic powers, and your data sheets. And then if you play this, you can not include any named characters, must all have Thousand Sons, can't have any vehicle demon or Thousand Sons cultist units. You can't have any powers from certain things. You don't get mere servants, and you must include more Bray units than Rubik Marines. What you get? Cool abilities. you get another cool ability here. You get unique warlord traits. You get a new Kabbalistic ritual. You get a unique relic. And you get 6 stratagems, okay? And then you get that in addition to your codex. God, they've been saying it so much. They've been saying it over and over again. I've just figured it out, okay? But what they're saying is, it's Mike Brandt said it, 1 in 1 out system. Stuart Black said it, swap it out, okay? What they're saying is, if you take an army of renown, which they're going to call detachments, okay? You call this a detachment, it means you have to have thousands, you can't have vehicles. You get these, but you don't get the other ones. We did it! Fucking completed it, chat. Chat, we fucking did it. Where's my meme outro? Where's my meme outro song? We fucking did it! Don't you see? It's the 1 in 1 out system. You don't understand. You get this. Not them. You get this instead. Alright? I'm ready. I've had a good night. I'm done. In a bit. Right, okay. It's all army of renown. That's what we're saying. He's like Rain Man. I am. I'm like Charlie Day. It was right there. It was written on the wall the entire time. It's formations. It's army of renown. It's rights of war. It's all the same shit. I've done it. Anyway, what's next? Yeah, but Steve, it's just so much easier to explain it that way. It all just makes sense. It all makes sense. What they're going to call armies of renown detachments. That's what we're trying to say. They haven't specifically announced that. They haven't said this is how it works. But we're 4 steps ahead. It's 4 steps ahead. You know what? That sounds cool. So play companies will be detachments or sub-factions. I imagine play companies will be detachments. So you'll go, I'm going to play Harbingers of Decay. You must take Poxwalkers. You can't take vehicles. Here's your stratagems. Done. Now, I say it's formations. Obviously, Bigosaur is saying that as well. I don't know if it's going to be the same as bad as formations, but formations were like, take these 3 units, they get this special rule. It's going to feel similar to list building, but it's not going to be that bad, hopefully. Until the first codex, obviously. Until the first codex, obviously. But we did it. We did it, chat. Well done. Well done, in chat. Well done. Well done. Whew. Okay, we've got two minutes to go.
Doing it. The gotcha moment was definitely a thing that we've seen in the past, and it kind of would have felt like your knowledge of the rules was a weapon going into the game.
Yeah.
And if you knew someone's codex better than they did, then you might have a better chance of them. And it seems like that's been taken away.
Yeah, very much so.
So, Stu, it sounds.
So they go from Arcs of Omen, where I can do pretty much whatever, to no, you must take this to do X and Y. Yeah, mate. Buy anything you like now, because in a bit we're gonna make you buy these units.
Sounds like it's pretty much the best time to get into playing 1.4000.
Yeah,
Best
so I
time!
think a lot of the
10th
things we've made
edition!
have, really made that more straightforward for people. Once you want to know what faction you want to play, all you need is the cool rules. You can download those. Your indexes are free. You can just download those as well. Those indexes will include your rules for your models, a detachment, so to get you started.
Forcing us to buy models to fit the formation is such bullshit. Like, okay, let's hold off a minute. Let's hold off. I don't know how much of that it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be closer to Armies of Renown and restricting what you can take, rather than saying you have to take this. You have to take this, this, and this. It's going to be you, except for like the one. To be fair, Disciples of the Red Angel, you do have to take Angron, but like I feel like that's like it's going to be less. It's going to be less, more like, you have to take this, 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 and this, rather than you can't take this and this. I feel it's going to be exclusionary rather than inclusionary. So, that is how Formation was, but obviously that was 2 editions ago. The closest thing we've got now is Army of Renown. That's what we should compare it to. John Noble, thank you for the 5.
Get rid of superfaction abilities. Tactical doctrine, wanton destruction, bin it all.
They will in a sense, I think. It's all just gonna be on 2 pages, right? You know? People forgot the amount of tax sheets you had taking formations because they're too sort to remember how good they were. Yeah, exactly. But no, I think it's going to be closer to Armies of Renown, as we just mentioned. You can't take vehicles, but you get these stratagems. It's going to be like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong, but I reckon, educated guess, they're going to be like, if you want to use these stratagems, you can't take these units, or you have to take this one unit, this one warlord. So, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm liking it to formations. We don't actually know. We're just guessing. Let's not rage bait. I'm trying not to rage bait, and I feel like I am. So I apologize. We don't actually know yet. It could be you have to take X, Y, Z. This is all the units you can use. But I don't know. But did they say it would be 2 pages of A4? Is it one-sided pages? No, they haven't said anything. We'll see. Again, I don't know.
So those are all the things you need. I think if you're an experienced player, there's still loads of nuance and loads of depth in there. But actually...
Why did you zoom out? Should I re-edit this video? Just to be like, stop all the jump cuts? Just re-edit it? Just like, nah, that's it. Oh, dear.
If you're relatively new to the game or just getting back into the game, it's much easier as like an on-ramp into it.
Of course, one of the other barriers we've seen is the number of miniatures required to play the game, but you've got a system in the new version of 140,000 that solves that.
Yeah, so we're really excited about Combat Patrol. So Combat Patrol has kind of been a size of game in the past that's a lot more accessible to people. And we've taken the opportunity in this edition to actually create that as a whole ecosystem. You can buy any of the Combat Patrols. They're all written to be balanced against each other. So you just pick one that you think looks cool, and you're good to go. So yeah, great, really accessible size game.
Then we have Sar Imhane bikers, where they get to use bikers for taking up and need a character on a bike. They lose wraith constructs and support platforms, etc. My opinion, lads.
Thanks, Steve, for the super chat. Really appreciate it, mate. But yeah, that is exactly what I think. It's like, yeah, you want to run Samhan, you can't take wraiths with them because they don't have wraiths. But for doing that, you get all these cool stratagems that are all related to bikes. That's slightly different to like formation. I think it's like, it's not a formation, it's a detachment. We don't know what that means yet. I guess it's going to be like what Steve said. Again, restriction. That's what I think. Don't be me, Duncan Roll stole their early editor. This video is clearly cut from something longer. It is. And it's very fast paced. It's very to the point. We're stopping and starting because we're talking about the points they're talking about. But yeah, it is a good video. It's just the cuts are really weird. So obviously, like a new person trying to like make a name of themselves. Got to be worried about getting with the best. Again, the only thing we can really compare it to is anything that's been released in the last 3 years. Anything before that is like old design philosophy. The Rift War came out like what, 7 or 8 months ago. But yeah, I think it's gonna be like, you can't take this with these guys. You want to run an old Dreadnought army, you can't take land speeders. You know what I mean? I feel like it's gonna be that, rather than like, you have to have 3 Redemptors with this loadout in particular, and then you get these rules. I don't think it's that. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're all apprehensive. I'm apprehensive. You're apprehensive. That's fine. But don't worry too much. Work experience boy was getting his first job. It's not bad at it. It's just very like, bruh. It might be an AOS thing, like you fill these slots with X, Y, Z, and you get access to this. You can do once per turn. Maybe it could be that. I feel like it's gonna be closer to the Warsaw battalions, but we'll see. We'll see.
For newer players, but also if you just want to get a game done in an hour, like Combat Patrol is an amazing opportunity to do that.
I like that.
Stu, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you about the new
Just
edition
zoom
of
at
140,000.
ADHD,
I bet
don't
you're
it?
as excited
Yeah.
as we are to see it out there in the world. And guys, thank you so much for watching as well. Stay tuned right here for more videos on Warhammer 40,000 coming soon.
That was loud. So yeah, that's quite interesting. There was a lot there actually. There's a lot there that I didn't realize there was in there. I'll be honest, I did watch it earlier. Just to kind of get a vibe of what was in it, so I could be like, okay, what do I need to kind of think about before we watch it? There was quite a bit. Going on. I won't lie. So again, the detachment things, very, very interesting. If they're anything like we've worked out, I'm quite excited for that. I feel like it's probably going to be quite limiting when you are writing your list. But, like, also, there's going to be, like, a really good one. And everyone's just going to be playing that. Everyone's going to be having the same army, the same stratagems. And it's going to be like, wow, sick. Everyone just plays the same thing. The combat patrol is painted as Samhan and got a Wraith Lord in it. Excellent. We'll see then. I don't know. I think the entirety of the Eldar range is painted red, right? Basically, we get supplements without the main book rules. Exactly. Exactly that. That's what it seems like. Which is cool. It'll just be better for people to get into. And that's what... The more people they get into, the more people that can come to my tournament at the end of the year. Sorry, it's all sales pitch, guys. I am a shill. 10th edition's sick. Please come to my tournament at the end of the year. Please, for the love of God. On sale next week. Travel for it. Please. But we'll see. I don't actually know. I don't actually know what it's going to be like. I don't know how these detachment things are going to work. We're just guessing, aren't we? You know, we're just working together, trying to fill all the dots, trying to dot all the I's, cross the T's, see what's going on. But we'll just have to see. It sounds cool, but it's all marketing. GW totally changing the terrain rules. Crypt Shadow, I will kill myself, okay? There will be no event because I'll be dead, okay? I'll be buried with a mountain of plastic that is non-biodegradable and is all terrible terrain for 10th edition, but great for 9th edition. We'll see. I never thought a 40k Ruby could fire me up this much. I need a chill pill. Mate, just listen. You know? Go outside. This is green shit, right? It's sick. It's green, smells nice, really soft. Just do this. Just get a rub. Get a nice touch, you know? Feel one with the earth. That's a polite way to chuck some grass. It's going to be okay. Back to 72-inch mats. No! Illegal! Heat 3 going to be 10th release day event. Imagine. Imagine. That's the new emoji. What? Touching grass. Guys, we need a good touching grass emoji. Listen, mate. This could be you. If you just think about it, this could be you. Everyone getting mad at the new 4K rules. I'm not mad. I'm apprehensive, but everyone is getting mad. This could be you. It could be you. Look at it. Isn't it great? Wow. That's the full GIF. For some reason, it doesn't load there. But never mind. Anyway. We need a grassy emote. Can't wait for GW to push a Terminator detachment resulting in 50% of the field playing 40 Terminators every single game. Yeah, but at least they won't have 30 Desolation Marines as well. I'm pretty sure they promised all of this at the start of 8th. They took them two editions to botch it up. I mean, yeah, true. How long do you reckon this new rule set was last? Probably 3 years, to be honest. Probably 3 years. BRB to rub grass. Best way to solve the issue, Mikey. Tactical fire claim on insurance. Wow, 3D printers all set on fire at the same time. Crazy. I would like to know how the couple will make a new edition. You and me both. Real question though, will 10th edition have more or less Iron Hands? I imagine less. I imagine less Iron Hands. I think Iron Hands will be shit. And that's why I have Blood Ravens, not Iron Hands. Would you prefer the game to be less reliant on terrain or similar to now? I like the amount of terrain, but I also appreciate that some armies really don't like it at all. Like, some tables are really good for combat armies. Some are really good for shooting armies because they're really wide open. I'd like us to be able to find a really good terrain set that is just really good, but with multiple types of layouts. I don't mind the amount of terrain we have right now, but night armies are really shit. But if you get rid of the terrain, they're really, really good. So, like, I'm like, I don't mind the amount of terrain we have. That's fine. I just don't want it to completely change, so I have to redo it all. That's my main concern. Dave Walker, thank you very much for becoming a member. You absolute legendary person. Cheers, Dave. Really appreciate it, buddy. Hope you're doing well. That would be an amazing tournament. Different edition each round. What? 10-round tournament. Right, we're playing first edition round 1, second edition round 2. For real though, people will still come to the tournament if the terrain event's spot on. But I don't want that black mark, right? I don't want that black mark of like, oh yeah, Hellstorm's event was good, but the terrain was bad. I really don't want that. I want people to be like, wow, Mikey's event was really good. That's it. That's all I want people to say. I want them to say, wow, the field was good, the terrain was good, the venue was good, Mikey was cool, Mikey's really hot. My God, he's taller than I realized. He's really tall. That's what I want people to say. I don't want people to be like, wow, the event was really good, but the terrain was shit. No, none of that. I'm fed up of big events having bad terrain. No, not standing for it. Mikey, how much time will it take to reprint a whole new tournament terrain set? Okay, I've been printing with 4 printers for the past 2.5 months. I printed 20 tables. Did you see Mikey's high heels? You know what? I'll take it. I'll prefer that. I have time. No, I don't want to. Do you know, Mr. Moneybags, bro, they're all review models. You think I buy stuff? I'm a YouTuber. I don't want to have to reprint that many. I've got to do 60 tables, bear in mind. Did you buy any terrain on Sunday from Sanctuary? Actually, no, there wasn't a lot of terrain. I really wanted to buy some more terrain, but they didn't have any. I did buy something cool, though. All I will say, the Blood Ravens will be finding their wings once more. On Thursday, hopefully. Would you like to see less strength in shooting to make less terrain more viable? No, because I don't want people just to put their armies on the front line and run it forwards. It's boring. Mikey confirmed 5'2". Mikey gone full meta chasing. Very, it's just for the channel. Okay, it's just for the channel. It's just for battle report. Iron Hands get nerfed next week, guys. I bought it for tournaments, okay? We don't mention the pegging anymore. He doesn't like it. It's true. As a Blood Ravens player, did you get the Dawn of War 2 cinematic flashback? I did, mate. I did. I really did. Surely that'll slow the games down if stuff doesn't die as fast. That's true. I wonder if GW will push a standardized terrain along the lines they did with Perspex bases. Yeah, I do wonder what. I think they want to get rid of that. I don't think they like the Perspex. My biggest concern is they do something crazy that fundamentally changes how terrain works. That's my biggest concern. Like, for example, if ruins are just really bad. I can't see them making ruins really bad for the game. But imagine if ruins are really bad for the game. I would cry. I would cry so much. But we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I do email GW every day, being like, excuse me, can you just preemptively send me the terrain rules so I can decide whether I want to dig a grave or print more terrain? But I delete the print because I don't want to piss them off. Bring back magic boxes. But imagine if like magic boxes are suddenly like the way you need terrain to be. That you need lots of bricks. I don't have that, so it'd be just a pain in the ass. So, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I have overrun by 20 minutes. We've been shooting for 2 hours 20. But this is really fun. I enjoyed our React Andy. We all enjoyed the video. I made the 6-minute video last almost an hour. That is skills, guys. That is skills. You know? You don't see any other streamer dragging that 6-minute video out for an hour. That is one spent 10 minutes per 1 minute of that clip. Man, I could talk. Anyway, quick fire. The Manchester Super Majors saw Manny win with Dark Angels with 20 Desolation Marines. Alex Harrison had 8 Desolation Marines in Space Wolves. Innes had 20 and Brian had 10. There was 48 Desolation Marines in the top 4 of the largest event this weekend. All I'm saying is, I told you so. All I'm saying is, I told you so. Okay? I knew this would happen. That was the quickfire. The Desolation Marine meta is real in 9th edition because people are just taking all of the same best unit in the best faction and just laughing. So Manny just taking like a quite passive game plan of just like holding objectives with like 20 Deathwing and loads of Desolation Marines, killing stuff they just need to kill. Are they just good when unmasked? Yeah, the thing is like they just counter anything else. So like if anyone else has out of line of sight shooting, your Desolation Marines win because they're just arguably better. And then they walk out with super crack missiles and deal with everything else. So, but Guard won Adepticon. They did. Guard did win Adepticon. Shout out to Nassim, like absolute legendary person. Ex Iron Hands, now Astra Militarum player. Fucking boy. But yeah, so bring 10. I think that's what we're going to have to say. Bring at least 10, just to try and dig out other people's. So, but yeah, so 48 Desolation Marines, but across 4 players. There's probably subbing. How many? 5th place? 5th place didn't have any, and that's why they're 5th place. Did you see the trailer at Adepticon? I did. It was really bad. It was really bad, yeah. But that's what I don't want. I don't want people like, oh yeah, did you see the trailer at Hellstorm event? It was shit. No, none of that. None of that. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. It's 9:20. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. It's been really fun tonight. I want to say a massive thank you to all of the lovely, generous people. Honestly, it's been crazy tonight with the generosity. Jamartin, Fate Stay, both gifted memberships. Bishop, Ginger Steve, Organ, Alonda, Bishop, Jamartin again, Ginger Steve again, Prime Lever, all donated. IC Chief resubbed and then gifted 10. Jay Taylor gifted 10 in total. Andy Ted had donated. Jamartin gifted 5. Fate Stay Juba gifted 10. Sandy resubbed. Jay Taylor gifted even more. Donkel subbed. Andy Bishop gifted. Christoph super chatted. Jamartin resubbed. IC Chief donated. I'm struggling to keep track. Matt resubbed. Alonda, Ginger Steve, John Noble, and oh fuck, I went off it. Ginger Steve again. Shh. And all donated, and then Dave Walker became a member. Thank you so much. Oh, it's been crazy generous, guys. I honestly can't thank you all enough. I'm probably gonna be live again Wednesday morning doing some painting. I've actually got a fun video coming out soon because I'm rearranging all my painting desk. I bought some wood last night, as you might have seen. It's for a painting project that I'm doing. And then on Thursday, I'm hopefully going to be shooting a battle report with my brand new army, Ravenwing. Blood Ravenwing. Spoilers for everyone still watching. Blood Ravenwing. Right? It works. It really works, honestly. But that's the plan. So make sure you tune in if you haven't already. Please subscribe. I know it's cringe. Please sub to the channel, hit the bell, like the stream. But, you know, some people don't. And thank you so much to everyone. If you haven't already joined the Discord, that's the last one I'll say. Join the Discord. We are making some changes to the Discord. It's going to be mostly members only soon. So if you are a member, join in there. Come and have some chats. I'm always in there chatting to people. It's really fun. And if you are a member, you see behind the scenes as well. So you already know I've got Blood Ravenwing. So that's it. So thank you so much for watching. You are all legendary people. I love you all. And hopefully I will see you soon. So thanks everyone and good night. Bye.